think that's a good idea, sir.
Well, for once, Commander Cole and I are in total agreement, sir. By the way, I do have 50 gallons of bouillabaisse that I need to prepare by tomorrow.
My birthday.
Yes, sir, I could do the cheeseburger routine.
No, it's not for me. It's the crew. They really love that stuff. So we'll
Round one, fight! Come on, you want to live forever? Hey everybody, this is Dean Cain, and you are watching Double Impact with Gabe, Shanth, and Jericho Green. And so am I.
Wednesday, December 27th. Guys, we did it. Another year has gone by in Double Impact. It's so much fun to be here with you guys tonight. I had a great Christmas. I hope you all did too. I'm here with my buddy, the great Shanth and Jetty, and Jericho Green. It's going to be a little late. How you doing, friend?
I'm doing better, man. I'm hanging in there. Still trying to kick the vid, the coof, the kung flu, but I'm getting there. We're getting there.
I'm
hanging in there.
I'm eating a Walker's shortbread cookie. We're already starting the food portion of the show. I got the giant tin of the Walker's shortbread cookies at Christmas. So,
dude, you got to do it, man.
Everyone around here knows I love them. What did you get for Christmas that was amazing? Anything?
Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Oh. Let me think. There was a tin of sugar cookies.
Right.
That was, God bless you, Mark. That was stolen in the middle of the night, which was crazy. I mean, I was the only one up, so you think I would have seen who took them, but they were just cleaned out. You can't trust people.
All right. Yeah. Why do those sewing kits always come with Danish butter cookies in them at first?
I don't know.
I remember as a kid, my grandma had like 3 of those, the round circular tin, and they're just filled with needles and thread and all kinds of stuff, like thimbles, different things like that. Guys, we're gonna do a multi-part poll tonight. The poll of polls, the poll that I never come back to, but you guys got to remind me to come back to it tonight because we're doing a tournament style. Since they only give you 4 options, we're starting off with Barney, Hulk Hogan, Steven Seagal, and St. Bernard Sanders. But we also have to, like, the winner of that, the top 2 from this are going to face off against Big Baby and Japan Man.
Oh, man.
And then the top 2 from that will face off for the champion 2023 greatest character on the show. Is it Big Baby, Barney, Hulk Hogan, Seagal and the Bear Claws, St. Bernard Sanders, or Japan Man? Who will it be? I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Big Baby's got to be the sentimental favorite for me, man. You know how it goes. I get sent all those adorable Big Baby pictures, and I hope all of you guys in the chat had a wonderful Christmas or looking forward to a great new year. You know, I feel like the years we've been doing this show has just flown by, and I'm grateful for all of you guys in the chat who've been here while we've been doing this.
Right.
It started out as the craziest of ideas, and we thought it can't get crazier. In comes Big Man Jericho Green. And it just goes.
We haven't seen the rails since.
We haven't seen the rails since.
Rails?
And you know, we started out.
We don't need no stinking rails.
You're right. And you know what? It is the last of the year, and I think
let's wear those headbands to bring it back.
You guys, time.
Yeah, I've worn a head back in weeks. A headband on here in weeks. So my hair's pretty long though, so it's a little bit of a to do to get the headband on now.
I've seen so many great guys. Timmy Mello, John, all you guys, Mark's Music Obsession, Lucas, Joe. I miss you guys all so much, and from over on my channel and here for sure. It's so great to see you guys. Chrome. God, I missed you guys.
Joe Musashi already starting his plans for 2024. Well, good for you.
Right
I showed you and Jericho some of my plans for 2024. The unannounced book that you saw that was come on, that was a beauty.
I love when you share things with me I can't tell anybody. It's my favorite part of the year.
You will not. I was
constantly.
I was talking to that partner on Christmas, just wishing each other Christmas, and it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. I gotta fix that right there. And then I have another project that is unannounced, but I just signed the contract for that on like Thursday. So Big Man Publishing is also gonna do like freelance work. Like my company's going to do some artwork and stuff for other people too. So we are growing, and thank you all out there that have supported me because I'm doing my own books that I'm writing and drawing, but I've also taken on a freelance gig that I'm going to be, I'm not going to be drawing it. I'm going to be, hiring people I trust to work on it and all that. But that's right. Big Man Comics is coming huge. I'll show you what I was doing today. If the class wants to see, I'll show you. I was lettering. We're up to page 80 on Dean Cain All-American Lawman. We're complete through 80, and I started lettering today. So I'm going to open this. But if there are any typos, go ahead and laugh. I don't care because, hold on. Damn it. I opened it in Illustrator. I wasn't supposed to do that. I'm so glad I have a beast of a computer now. I have a very new Mac Studio, and it's very nice. But there could be a typo or two because I just did the first pass on these, and I haven't had a chance to go back and check my own spelling or anything like that. So I usually do that later, but let's see. Here we go. Look at this. Can you see? No, I'm not presenting my screen. Oh, he's here. He's here. The man, the myth.
Oh.
What? No.
What's up, you fucks?
No, why are you hanging out? Why are you hanging out in an alley? You need to go indoors. You can't.
Oh, the alley. These are my people.
All right.
These are my people.
The gutter.
Here it is.
Yeah. If you pan to the left, you'll see a farm. Those are your people.
All right.
Horse riding Jericho from the front.
Here we go, though. We're in the lettering phase of the book. We're in the lettering phase.
Beautiful.
So I thought you guys were professionals. You're gonna have to do better than that, Ming. Fools, get him! But I love the credits. The credits are a really fun part to me, and I love the name of Volume 1, Dangerous Freedom. Huh?
It's the only kind.
That's the only way to get it.
Right? Yeah. So this is getting lettered, and it's coming out magnificent. And I wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. I love it.
It's beautiful, man.
And I do those. I do the sound effects myself in Adobe Illustrator. I build them and do the design on that. So I make them from scratch, and then I save them. I have like a lettering guide where if I make a cool boom or rat-tat-tat, I'll save it and then use it on other pages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, we get one of my. I put in a joke here. Years ago, Dennis Miller, the guy that read the Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live, he was on Monday Night Football for one season only. He was on Monday Night Football. Everyone hated him. I think I was the only person that loved him on Monday Night Football.
No, you weren't the only one.
Well,
I loved him too.
Okay, well, because you're smart and funny. I think if you're smart and you have an esoteric, like you can get those kind of esoteric jokes, you love Dennis Miller. And the Raiders were getting killed. And their mascot is the pirate with the patch. He said, I think the Raiders got the patch on the good eye, and it just, I never forgot. It was like 20 years ago. He was on Monday Night Football. So our main villain, Ming, he wears an eye patch. So I have Dean Cain here telling him, Ming, I think you got that patch on the good eye. So it's fun to sneak in little inside jokes to yourself that maybe only you get and stuff like that. It's a little behind the scenes that you beg, you borrow, you steal. Picasso said, you know what? Good artists like copy, real artists steal, or something like that. Didn't Picasso say something like that?
Yeah, I think he said, "Good artists borrow, great artists steal." I think
Something like that. But yeah,
I don't know.
But what is Dennis Miller's comedy style? Because nobody else does the wordplay that he does.
I would say esoteric because it's really high-minded, really intelligent stuff that I think the Monday night crowd, I think they didn't like him because I think it went over their heads. I think it just went right over their heads, you know.
Yep.
No, Dennis Miller is hilarious, and he's like the way he just. I mean, I'd love to see his home library because the way he just strings those words together, boom, 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 and you're not behind, but there's a little bit of lag because you're trying to pick up all these words and you know get the meaning in your mind and put them together so you can find it funny. It all happens in a millisecond, but Dennis Miller, man, there's nobody else like that dude. He's great. He goes in the time capsule for greatest comedians of all time.
Last I heard of Dennis Miller, the Ferg, he started doing a podcast with Adam Carolla. This is like 8 years ago, and their schedules couldn't sync up, so they kept missing it, and they were like missing weeks of it, and then they just quit like after a few months. And I don't know what he does. I think he was on Deep Cable or something, or maybe he has his own podcast or he's on radio. Truly one of the funniest guys. And and Joe Musashi, you're right. Dennis Miller and Norm Macdonald, I think they're similar. I think Miller's a little more complex, again, esoteric. Yeah. But very smart comedians, very smart.
Since this is a movie-based live stream, we would be remiss, since we're talking about Dennis Miller, to mention his movie 1996's Bordello of Blood.
I've never seen it.
Now, hold on a second, okay? Dennis Miller on the stage in the booth for Monday Night Football, that one season that we got, which was a damn shame. Like I said, time capsule, one of the greatest. Lock him in. Bordello of Blood. That, sir, was a piece of shit. That was the Tales from the Crypt. Like in the mid-90s, they did a bunch of movies that were Tales from the Crypt. You know, you had the kiddies. Like he would host it, and they basically made movies out of Tales from the Crypt. That's basically what they did. But Dennis Miller, he was Dennis Miller on stage in the movie. And I wish, what was that, HBO? I wish they just would have did another 1 hour special with Dennis Miller instead of making that movie. Just give us another special. That movie was horrible. It was so bad.
They put him in that movie, The Net, with Sandra Bullock as another character, and you just sort of realize, like, you know, he works really great on stage.
It's like trying to download an MPEG over a 56K line, babe.
No, it was worse. They didn't give him that. So it was more like going, look, I think these guys are after you. Like, it was like, you're like, what are you fucking doing, Dennis?
Just give him, every time they come up with an idea, Dennis Miller would be great in this movie. Just make that a 1 hour special.
Right.
And everything will be fine. Everything will be great. But Bordello of Blood was a steaming pot of horse excrement.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put this here real quick. Okay, so you see I'm starting to letter the book. We're art through page 80 is completely done. Dean Cain, All-American Lawman is amazing. It's so much fun. This is one of my favorite segments of the creative process. I do not write the dialogue until the pages are done. Like I finish we finish the illustration, the color, and all that. Then I look at them, and I was telling Sean, those same improv skills I have with Sean and Jericho on this show, I use them when I look at the page. I'm like, oh, okay, they're saying this. I know the story, but like, what are they specifically saying? So please, that's a Christmas/New Year's gift. Support this book. Order today. You're going to freaking love it. I'm having so much fun. Again, this lettering part is so much fun. You guys see this stuff here. I'm having a blast just doing this stuff all day. It was a busy day. I took my mom to the airport so she could fly back up to NorCal by you, Jericho.
Peace out, Mom.
But when I went to start my truck, it wouldn't start this morning. I got an oil change yesterday, and they told me your battery's almost dead. And I waved them off. Because the oil change guys, I was like, hey, you want us to replace your filter?
Yeah.
$89.99 to replace your $10 filter. So when they told me I needed a battery, I'm like, yeah, right. So I go to start the truck this morning. It's all, So I guess they actually weren't lying. So I jumped in the other car, took her to the airport, flew over to Walmart, paid $200 for a battery. What in the Bidenomics is going on? And that's at Walmart, by the way. If you go to AutoZone or whatever, I looked online. I had my son look it up. $300.
That's
for
crazy.
battery.
Battery's supposed to be under $100, man. Last time I got a battery, it was under $100.
I paid extra for like the longer warranty and all that 4-year warranty because there was one for a truck as cheap as 130. I just went with 180 or whatever. But still,
that's ridiculous.
But still,
you guys need to hear some inflation for you.
Well, hold on.
Yeah, go, please.
I say all that to say, got to sell a few books to cover the cost of this battery, folks. So let's go. Listen, I was doing a good deed, taking my disabled mother to the airport, and the car wouldn't start. And I just need you to order a book today, guys. But really,
that's right. Yeah, man. That's what it is. Yeah, I was watching Beverly Hills Cop, what I believe is the last time for this year. But you never know. I might squeak another viewing.
You can't close the door on that yet.
Yeah, and he goes to the Beverly Palm Hotel, and they only charge him, of course, the single room fee for the suite because, of misunderstanding that happens in the lobby. And the look on his face when they tell him how much it costs to stay in one room in the Beverly Palm Hotel, when they drop the huge number on him, they go, that'll be $235, sir. And he's like, and the audience gasps at the $235 luxury hotel in Beverly Hills pricing.
No problem.
The end.
Throw a zero on that. Throw a zero on that today.
Put a zero on it.
Now you wouldn't want to stay in a hotel that was $235 a night. What's wrong with this place?
Yeah, Motel 6.
What?
Baby.
What is DPS? It says stream won't continue unless I get more super chats. DPS. I don't know what that means. Anyone know? No idea.
I can think of a million things I shouldn't say.
Stream won't continue unless I get more super chats, guys. I don't know. But I'm sure El Capitan will tell us.
Let's and Captain Haruno. The worst gamer. I have no idea what you're talking about. Captain Haruno, I mailed out your comics the other day. I mailed out your Truth Justice comic. You should be getting it. That was you, right? I don't know. People give me orders for that, so I mail them out.
What is it? The Beverly Hills Cop, speaking of those cheap prices, somebody sent me a meme yesterday, and there was these three cholas sitting in front of a mobile gas station, and the sign was behind them, and it'll make you lose your lunch, as they say. $1 for if you were a baller, you were taking a girl out for a nice night on the town, you wanted to floss a little bit and show her that you could afford the supreme gas, the premium gas, nothing but the best for my ride and you, girl. The premium was like $1.35, top shelf.
Wow.
$1. I'll pay it forward at the gas pump. I'm getting my gas and your gas, buddy, for $1.35 a gallon. That's what we should be paying. We pump the shit. We suck the dead dinosaurs out of the earth in California. We refine it, turn it into petrol of varying grades, and we send it out to the rest of the country. And we pay more than all of you for gasoline. How in the fuck is that?
It's something special. It's something special. But I will say that one of the things that has been amazing as I look at this year and this craziness is how quickly the amount of movies we've done, the amount of shows that we've done this year, and I can't even tell you the timeline of when certain characters came on the scene. I just know I haven't been the same since certain characters came on the scene. Well, I said to my wife, she goes, "You'll feel better once you start doing the show, babe." This is my best white woman I can do with a cold. She's like, "You'll do some." No, that's actually, she's going to get mad. That's not how she sounds. How great. I'll do a real voice. She said, "You're going to do so much better once the show starts." And I was like, "You're right, honey. Probably right." And I said, "No, I'm not." I said, "Because at some point Jericho's going to do a Barney imitation. And I'm going to start bleeding out of my ears, nose, and throat as the region is concerned." And she goes, "What's so funny about a Barney imitation?" I did 3 or 4 lines, and she went, "That's horrible."
Perfect. Thank you.
I went, "You got it."
Even as grown men, our goal is to still gross out the girls.
That's right.
Of course.
That part of the playground never goes away.
If they're gonna spaz out like that, of course I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
John, sorry, man. Yeah, I don't have a big sweet tooth, but I do love these. If I could just drop it on the ground. Today's show is brought to you by Walker's Shortbread Cookies.
Oh, those are a problem, dude.
I got like the crate of them for Christmas. I've gotten it for like the last 4 or 5 years.
They come with a mirror.
Those things are stupid.
They seem to go fast. Although a sleeve of them was empty just now, and my mom said, "Oh, I took a few for the plane ride." So
what?
She took herself a bunch this morning.
You owe me a sleeve.
That's all right.
That's right.
Well, I'll tell you this, you guys out there, and including you, Gabe, since you have the case of them minus a sleeve. If you crush them up, put them in a blender, food processor, whatever you got, throw them in there, add some butter until you get like that wet sand consistency. Then you press it into a pie pan or whatever, and then you have a no-bake crust that is stupid. And the same process, except instead of butter, you get a jar of caramel sauce, caramel, whatever the fuck, and you melt that, and then same thing, mix it in with the the blended cookies, same consistency, and then you have another no-bake crust.
You do know I've lost like 30 pounds since September. You try.
Yeah, great job.
I'm not trying to gain it back this week. I'm not trying to gain it back this week, okay?
No, I can get it back on you in one meal. You
no
follow
thanks.
me.
Yeah.
No
you
thanks.
follow me, kid. I'll get that 30 pounds right back on your ass.
All right. Joe Musashi. Hey, Gabe, I know you're busy with Dean Cain now. Any plans for Beef Law? Not immediately. I have 2 other projects. One, I just signed a contract last week. I don't know if you were here like 10 minutes ago, but thank you guys for all the support, helping me grow my company. Not only am I doing the books that I create and, write and draw and hire people to draw, I've been contracted by people to do some books for them. And it still aligns with all my values and everything like that. That's always a heuristic that I'm going to stick to for any work I do that I create or take on. So that's one book I'm doing. Announce stuff with that later, but literally signed the contract for that Thursday. And then another one, I showed Jericho and Sean the other one. And that one is something special. That one is like, that is fun. So, and that'll be huge news, that one. That'll, like, you'll see it. I won't have to tell you about it. You'll see it all over that one. That one's insane, but we're waiting. I don't want to make mistakes of talking about things and then not, talking about things in detail and then like, it's taking forever. But things are happening. Wonderful things are happening. Thanks to you guys for your support. So I appreciate it, So it's an interesting thing, Sean. You could speak to it. And I guess Jericho, too, because you're independent. While you're not making comics yet, Jericho, but we will. It is an interesting thing to be in the independent space of social media, and you run into all kinds of characters. Some of them you like at first, then you kind of find out who they are later, and then other people are just gold and stuff. And I guess that's anywhere in business, though. That doesn't have to be online. But it's been quite a thing. It's been over 2 years since I've been independent now, and I've seen some stuff, and I've really found out who some people are and who they're not, and this and that. And I love what I'm doing. I'm very grateful for the friends I have and who I know. So couldn't ask for more. It's going fantastic. So
yeah, well, this is the thing about the independent space, right? We need you guys to support these projects. We need you guys to be here. And it really is a place where, to paraphrase a great man, if you dream it, you can do it. And one of the things that happened in the last couple of weeks, which was just a blast, is Jericho and I made a commercial together for one of his sponsors. And it was as funny of an experience as you can imagine. The two of us just sitting back there, and I'm like, once more with feeling, and it was it was just ridiculous. It was hilarious, but it came out so great. And I think it's going to get people excited. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing when you're around people who you get on with and you get to know, better than some stranger on the street. It's like, no, man, do that thing you do. You know who you are. And it's tough when you're isolated. I think that's why so many people come to Double Impact and come into this space and back these books, because there's this feeling of camaraderie here, man. There's this feeling of brotherhood and lifting these things up and making them happen, dude. It's great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, one thing that the way I've always been, but I think you guys have now seen revealed after a couple of years of knowing each other, is I want things real and sincere, or I don't want them. I don't like phoniness. I don't like pretense bullshit. And I don't like myself lying or making anything up like that. And if it ain't real, I don't want it. And I don't want anything to do with it. So That's kind of my standard there. And I found that from the two of you. You know, I know you, Jericho, like we've talked about that a lot, you and I, about like just like not having any patience with bullshit. Like, cause I remember you telling me once, like, why would you even care? Like if someone's a bullshit artist or insulting you, like whatever, it's like, yeah. So, and cause like one thing, like I hate that they ruin these words, the toxicity of online Twitter, especially, is just a rock fight over there. And I was reading Tyrus's new book, my buddy Tyrus, the great Tyrus. And he talks about Twitter and all that and how you just roll your eyes and block. And it's so tempting to get into a thing. I put out a tweet like a day or two before Christmas. There's a brand new Batman Arkham City based video game. And of course, the wokesters took the sexiest character, Poison Ivy. And her entire character is, I'm super sexy and seduce men and then take over their mind with pheromones and all this stuff. And she's an environmental terrorist. So intentionally, they kill the character off, and then she's a plant. They sprout a new one that's like an ugly little kid looking like Greta Thunberg. They do that intentionally because, you know, it's a kid, and now it's ugly, to get rid of a pretty woman as a character because, of course, ugly feminists making these games, they don't like pretty women, even if they're fictitious. So I put out a tweet just showing, here's some work I did in 2011 on the Arkham City game. Here's the woke trash that they're doing over at Rocksteady. Now, I've never had anything like this happen, but there's so many freaking insults and stuff, and you just have to have a thick skin and laugh about it. Hold on, I'll show you guys this. You're not going to believe how big this thing blew up. I thought nothing of it. I tweeted it out. I thought, you know, you get 10 likes or whatever. And hold on, I'll show you this. And the reason I want to talk about this is because it's having to have that thick skin about this. But you tell me what you think of this. I said, Poison Ivy art I did at Carlos de Anda. You see that? Do you see how many? 3.4 million views. Here's artwork I did with my buddy Carlos, right? The whole point of this character, she's super hot and sexy. And then here's the new, 10-year-old Greta Thunberg in the game. Now, we know what these communists are doing. We know what these communists are doing. They look at this and go, she's prettier than me. Let's just destroy her and we'll make a kid and all this stuff. And then the character's basis is changed. It's like McDonald's, but they got rid of beef. It's like,
but you can't even look at that character and know who it is. You can't look at that character and say, oh, that's Poison Ivy. That doesn't look like her. That looks like a little angry British kid in like some turn of the century. What are you doing
over there, Batman?
Yeah, they look like an angry little British kid at the turn of the 20th century who's the leader of like a street gang.
Right.
That's what that little angry little fucker looks like. Poison Ivy is supposed to be sexy and voluptuous. That's that's as much a part of her as Superman's cape is to him. She doesn't just look that way. She uses those looks,
right,
to, like you said, manipulate men and control their minds. But what man is going to get close enough to that little fucker?
Well, but then also it's a child, so it's nobody wants it. It's inappropriate, and that's.
I think their audience does.
Well, yeah, but
sorry, go ahead.
It's intentional to take it away because they're such narcissists. They can't stand an imaginary character being sexy. Fear the it says, wait, you worked on Arkham City, bro? My pal Fear the Beardo. That dude is hilarious. I actually met him in Vegas of all places. Loves those games. He was just playing one of them on a stream earlier. Yeah, that guy's very funny. And yeah, this was a great book. I could see how my colors have gotten a lot better. There's not enough depth here of the dark values, but anyway, I'm critiquing myself. But yeah, this was I mean, look at how beautiful this is. Carlos de Anda illustrated this. I colored it. And then Paul Dini, one of the main writer creators of the Batman cartoon from the 90s, the greatest Batman ever. And he wrote Arkham City. He wrote this comic. And it's really funny. Like, obviously some people, like a lot of people on the internet, don't know who you are. So people criticize my post saying, bro, have you ever even read the comics or played the game? And I'm like, I worked on the comics, motherfucker, so I know more about this than you. But that's that thick skin. You can't be going on Twitter and getting into crazy shit. So I didn't really fight with these people. I'm not going to go. But I think that's a good development. This is the longest way of me saying something I'm proud of myself for 2023 is I got better of not taking the bait and doing all the drama. If there's ugly comments in the YouTube chat or the Twitter chat or whatever, it's like, whatever, dude. If that's what you're going to do with your time, I feel sorry for you. I'm going to spend my time loving my family, praying, lifting weights, and making amazing art and stacking cash. That's what I'm spending my time doing. So
it is okay occasionally when you come across a comment that just, tickles your fancy to just fucking take a nuclear radioactive shit on somebody. I do like to, and dude, if somebody comes at me with an insult, usually I will just fucking ignore it and block them. Because at first I was like, well, I won't block them because I don't want them to think that they won. I don't
even care about that. I used to care about that
too.
They
defeated me. Yeah, I don't want them to think they defeated me. But then one day I was like, I don't give a fuck. There's so many things in life and so many things that life gives you that you can't control. And this is one that you can. This is one of the rare moments in life where I can remove negativity from my life with the click of a button. And I'll block those people so fucking fast. But if somebody, happens to rub me the wrong way and they catch me on a day that I feel like responding, I'll say the most vile, hurtful shit. If I can go on their profile and see what they look like, if it's like they have a bunch of dogs or something, I'll say something about killing their dogs. Like I get really, really, really lowbrow and mean, because if you're gonna fucking just come at me, you're not giving me any information. We're not debating. You're just being a dick. You just want to insult me. Fine, I can do that too. I can do that with the best of them. Here, let me show you. And I'll just say some horrible shit to them and then block them and let them go off in their life and say, "Ooh, you heard of this dude? Yeah, he blocked me." I don't give a shit. Right. I don't really care. You breastfed until you were 6.
Let me bounce this one off you, Jericho, because I know Sean already knows about this, but I want the more outside of comics and animation, since me and Sean are more in the well. I want to bounce this off you. So when they bring an awesome Japanese cartoon to America, they have to translate it to English and hire English-speaking actors, right? Mm-hmm. Do you know what these little shitbirds have been doing the last few years, though? Left-wing activists get in there and alter the script to be SJW, and the Japanese animation companies say, what the fuck are you doing? So now left-wing weirdos, it's called localizing. They do it to video games. They do it to cartoons that are in Japanese or whatever. The localizers are all SJWs, and they're changing like the script and the dialogue to be their politics. So now they're going to start using AI and all this to kind of get away from these people, and they're getting pissed about it. What do you think of shit like that, though? Someone taking the Japanese non-woke cartoon, translating it to English, and then making it woke shit. I want to know what you think of that.
I would be infuriated because you're changing my art. You're not just changing the words. You're changing the way these characters are viewed. You're changing you're changing who they are. You're not changing it physically, but you're changing everything else about them. You're pushing a message that I didn't want pushed. You're taking it in a whole different direction. It wasn't even about this. It's right. It's like somebody giving you a meal and you just completely change all the ingredients. It's not even the same thing. I would be highly pissed off. But if you did that to me once, all right, you got me, you son of a bitch. I didn't know you were going to do that. You got me, all right? But if you go back, then your argument is null and void, and you just have to shut the fuck up because you took the money. But if they get him one time, all right, that's cool. Lesson learned. But to go back to them, well, then you're agreeing with what they do. But I would be mad as, like my dad would say, I'd be mad as a wet hen.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. And I am so glad, Eric the Guapo, you got your copy of Nosferatu. I'm going to be getting back to shipping those out as I recover from this the coof. But I have to say, man, all the stuff you guys say is unbelievably profound, and it speaks to my soul. However, my strategy with my artwork is going to be simple. There's going to be boobs. There's going to be mystery. There's going to be danger. And there's going to be pretty ladies. And this is the thing, right? I'm sitting here and I'm working on the next Nosferatu book while I'm down for the count because, I can't be coughing all over my artwork, but I was doing some digital stuff. And the thing I start with all the time is what we do here, right? Is what we do here. Like when I write, I always think about lines. I think about the conversations that we have. And even whether it makes it into the story or not, I'm working on this character who's going to have this girl who obviously likes him in this bizarre sort of fantasy world environment. And he's just totally freaking oblivious to it. He's a good dude, but he's oblivious. And at one point I want my character to be able to look at him at some point and so you're gonna do something about that? Like those are the things I'm always thinking about in those moments of high drama and high adventure is the way that characters, the Indiana Jones stuff, the rescue, but with the sexiness, what Steranko said Pulp was about. And what's interesting is when I see the stuff that's going on today, it doesn't seem to be waking people up. It doesn't seem to be exciting them. It doesn't seem to be passionate. And actually, I don't think I've shared this anywhere. I was going to do a stream where I showed some of this stuff, but I'm going to give you guys a preview of the sketch process only of what I do. Yeah, well, maybe more than that, but you know, it is what it is. So this is what it'll look like when I'm trying to figure out, like, well, how am I going to make this thing work? This is me doing trackpad drawings. These are trackpad drawings for where some ideas of where Nosferatu 2, Death Will Die might go. And so this is me thinking about what I want to do with my take on Dracula. If you look carefully, you should be able to see a nice hammer and sickle and other symbols of socialists and communists there. You know, you've got all of these characters, the Draggle Hags. You've got Bram Stone, which is my golem from Jewish myth of Eastern Europe, which has got truth written on his head in Hebrew. What the kind of battles that will be going on, where he's against all of these creatures trying to come into our world. And most importantly, I'm bringing flintlocks into the next book because I got to have some guns.
Yeah.
Come on, Sal. Tigers are playing tonight. Never miss a game. And so I've got to have his lady there ready to rock and roll. And I want it to be fun adventure. I want it to kick ass. And I want it to be something that blows your mind. That's my job, is to blow your minds.
Yeah, these are great. They see in any profession, attention to detail. That is what gets people to show not only how much you put into it, but how much you care about it. And you know that attention to detail, like the hammer and sickle in there, and all, man, that's amazing. And for somebody to take somebody's art like that and just change it, that is and part of
it's vital because art is self-expression, and you're taking what their name is attached, and then you're saying they said this thing they didn't say. That's disgusting.
Yeah, and part of people wanting to be entertained, whether it's comic books or movies or a book or whatever, is kind of their imagination and going to a world that you don't live in, a perfect world. Like we did Last Action Hero, and all the women in the movie were hot. All the women in LA in the movie were hot. That's not real. So you want to go to a fantasy land. You want to be disconnected from reality. And you showing me this little child troll as Poison Ivy, that's too close to reality. There are women in real life that look like that or whatever. I want to be transported. I want to unplug from this and plug me into Fantasyland. Plug me into that machine that Arnold was using in Total Recall. Let me make this own land in my mind. I want to get away from this 9-to-5 shit. And for you to take that, then where the fuck are we supposed to go? Where are we supposed to go? We got shit in life. Now we can't disconnect and be entertained. Now when I go to be entertained, it's the same shit I see in real life. Man, that's fucked up.
You know, it's funny the lack of skill and creativity that these commie like SJWs have, because they tell the same story over and over again. Their entire worldview is, I don't want to listen to dad. That's their entire worldview. I want to do what I want forever. And like part of this story, I guess a lot of it got leaked. Part of the story for this Arkham City is Harley Quinn and her band of Suicide Squad people, whatever, kill the Justice League. So look at the symbology there. They kill Superman. They kill Batman. They execute them all because they're all evil now or whatever. That's killing father. That's killing your heritage. It's killing the patriarchy. It's killing the past. It's killing the people who paved the way because you're a fucking ingrate and you think they're better. This is why I want nothing to do with DC Comics, because when they come out and they say, it's not truth, justice in the American way. It's truth, justice in a better tomorrow. It's the same thing.
Dude, fuck
my
that.
fathers, my ancestors, they knew nothing. I am the smart. And when you really boil it down, as a Christian, as a religious person, I really look at it this way. It's Satanism. Because all Satan said is, I'm God. I'm better. I should be worshipped. Forget the real God. It's me. It's the same. It's exactly what communism is. Forget the fathers, the past, and father is a symbol for God, right? Eventually God the Father. That's what this idea is. And people don't understand that Satanism is not blood sacrifices and black robes and candles. It's just loving yourself. That's what it is. Loving yourself in an improper way where you put yourself above everyone else. That's all it is. You know, so
Well,
I
there's
take this stuff very seriously. It's a disgusting ideology that leads to just death and misery and suffering.
dude, listen, I can't even I'm gonna put a link in the well, actually I won't even put the link in the private chat, but I'll tell you this. I'm always doing research on this because I'm always trying to figure out, are these things like, are they just necessary parts of these philosophies, right? So I started looking into postmodernism, and I started looking into for a very particular thing I was curious about. So I looked up Michel Foucault, who's one of the founders of postmodernism, along with Sartre and God, what's the other person? Derrida. And wouldn't you know that the three of them, and it's an interesting stance when you think about it. In 1977, I think it was, signed a piece of paper having to do with their opinion on the decriminalization of a certain type of, I don't know what I'm thinking of, but anyway, it had to do with age of
it had to do with
consent.
wood chippers, decriminalizing things that end in wood chippers. That's what we say on YouTube.
Yes, what we say on YouTube, the wood chipper bound folks
behavior.
Yes, and this is the thing about it, right? Is that when you look this stuff up and you go, so your entire philosophy, like the root of your philosophy, the three biggest minds of it were supported this trash, and now you're seeing that version of poison ivy. I don't think it's about making poison ivy ugly to sane, healthy people. That's all I'm gonna say. I think it's targeted
in
for
the
a
trailer for the
particular
game
audience
that
of
they showed.
degenerate filth. Yeah.
So, in the trailer for the game, they showed Jericho. Another thing they did, the Harlequin character was always girlfriend of the Joker, right? That was her origin.
Mhm.
Well, they broke that like 7-8 years ago, the SJWs, and she emancipated herself from her toxic boyfriend, and now she's a lesbian with Poison Ivy, right? So when she sees the little kid Poison Ivy now who's 9, she says, "Don't you remember we were whatever, like something?" And then she's like, "You're fun size now," or whatever. And it's like, are you kidding me? That's what it said. These people are disgusting, dude.
They're degenerate.
That's weird.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Screw DC Comics. I'm so glad I don't want to. Guys, let's make a U-turn and get happy. Let's get out of it. We're being negative Nancy's, and we're here to celebrate. We're here to celebrate the end of the year.
We are here.
Okay. I'm gonna call the poll here because it's a blowout. So the top 2, we're doing a bracket tonight, the greatest side character. And we'll have we're gonna have acceptance speeches too, by the way, for the winners. So the top 2 from this go on, and they will face Big Baby and Japan Man, and the top 2 from there will fight. So we're ending this. We're going to end this poll. So Hulk Hogan and Barney are going on, and welcome to the show, Barney the dinosaur. How do you feel, friend?
I'm done.
Going on to round 2, Barney. How's it going?
I'm happier than a pig in shit.
Okay. Would you say this is a highlight of the year for you, even though there's only 4 days left? I mean, has 2023 been a good year for Barney the dinosaur?
It's been a great year. I would say not only is this the highlight of my year, it's the highlight of my life. Despite all the whores and the cocaine and the excess from the 90s when I was popular, this is way better.
Does it's giving you that nostalgic feeling when you're on top of the world?
Of course. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to celebrate with a line off a hooker's butt cheek.
Oh, boy. Now, you did hit rock bottom back in 96. You remember? We talked about it, and you were unhoused, I mean, I would think you would learn your lesson about fiddling around with that Bolivian marching powder. Are you sure that's how you want to celebrate?
Of course, I'm in control. I can quit whenever I want. That little stint I had on the street was nothing. It built character.
Well, okay. Do you think, now in round 2, the competition is formidable. You're going to have to face Hogan again, and now you're going to have to face Japan Man and Big Baby. So what's your strategy going into round 2?
I'm not concerned with Hulk Hogan. I'll show him the largest pythons.
Oh.
Japan Man, I gotta watch out for that katana, and Big Baby, well, as long as she stays under 75 feet.
Okay. All right, then. Okay, well, it's on to round 2. We'll talk to you later. Thank you for becoming part of the show this year. It was just fantastic to have you visiting with us and terrifying us at times.
Yeah, I'll be back, you little fuckers.
Okay. Barney, everyone. And moving on.
Wait a minute. You know what? Hold
Oh
on.
no, not yet.
I'm glad that Hulk Hogan and Barney did so well, but I am a little sad that St. Bernard Sanders did
It's tragic.
more.
Oh, I forgot it. Oh, yeah, he didn't do good at all.
He's a good dude.
Uh,
And
He
I just
is.
want to say shout out to St. Bernard Sanders.
yeah, you know, he's
Yeah.
a good guy. And hold on. Here he is. He's gonna give a concession speech right now. St. Bernard Sanders, how you doing, man? How was your Christmas?
Oh, it was wonderful. They put presents under my tree. I opened them up, and there was just an arrow pointing over to a person who was sitting down so I could smell their ass.
Okay, all the relatives came over. You got to smell a lot of asses.
I sure did. It was like a pack of us running around doing all the things we like to do, tipping over the trash can and sniffing ass.
Now, for humans, like the term doggy style is kind of a racy, semi-dirty word, but I would imagine as a dog, everything you do is doggy style, whether it's playing the piano or just making your bed or
It's the only style I got. I do everything doggy style.
all right, that's what I
Beautiful.
wanted to
Oh,
But I'm not here to talk about the way I fuck. I'm here to give
I
it.
wasn't talking about that. I'm talking about literally anything else.
Nope, I took it as fucking. But I'm here to give a concession speech. I lost, and that's all right. I lost to two good guys, a dinosaur, and an American icon. I can live with that.
But you also lost to Steven Seagal and the Bear Claws. You lost
Now,
to them first.
that I'm not happy about. I don't really like the new Steven Seagal. Give me the ponytail from Under Siege.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Well, you know, you fought doggy style, and we really, really admire that about you. Okay. And, you know, thank you for joining us in 2023, and you're always welcome back. We hope you have a great new year, and we'll see you in 2024, St. Bernard Sanders.
Thanks for having me, guys. Maybe I'll win next year. Now it's time to go doggy style on some ass.
St. Bernard Sanders, everyone. Oh, goodness.
well done.
You guys fucking lost it, huh?
I couldn't.
No, let me say, there seems to be a thread that runs through all of your characters, regardless of intonation.
Fucking scumbags. That's what it is. They're fucking scumbags. Maybe I'm a scumbag. Then it just comes out.
We wish, you know, Jerka, we all wish, like, deep down, that was the real behind the scenes.
Hey, Timmy, I didn't steal shit. Don't you go blaming me, because I'll sniff your ass.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm.
It just came to me like we were doing it, like, oh my God, if he makes a sandwich, he makes a sandwich doggy style. You know, like it's true. It's true, you know. So yeah. He doesn't see it the way we see it, you know. It's different.
Well, you know, those you see in movies, just remember like the begging strips commercial. What's that? What's that smell? It's begging. Like you saw the world from the dog's POV. You know.
Oh my God.
He sees it differently than we do.
Secretary, not sure. Jericho's the best. Credit for Gabriel Show for not busting it. Yeah, I think on the show I've broken about 5 times, like where I just couldn't go on with the joke almost. But I hold them in.
I've never broken.
Oh,
never,
yeah.
not once.
I do my best.
You, Sean, you die. You pass away.
Yeah, I pass away. I just drop dead.
I do my absolute. Oh, here he is.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I just want to say that I fought with honor. I do think the vote may have been rigged. And I was wondering, Sean, if you had technical. I'm not saying this because you're of Indian heritage, but maybe you have technical experience to look into the computer systems on Gabe's voting and see if perhaps the voting was not rigged against me.
But
I'd be happy to do it. I'll have all of Bangalore on it in 20 minutes.
Okay, do you need to remotely connect to my computer? Because I could set that up right now.
I don't
love it. Yes.
Earlier,
if you could tell us for a favor, if you could just tell us what your where you went to high school, what is your first pet's name, and also what is your mother's maiden name, will take care of all your problems.
Okay, I went to Cherry Creek High School. My favorite bear claw has cherry on the side, And my mom's name is Cherry. That's a real weird
Ooh.
coincidence. I do love cherries,
Wow.
though.
That is. But I don't, because a minute ago, when we saw the results, Gabe specifically said St. Bernard Sanders is going to give a concession speech. I don't remember him saying that you were.
Hmm.
What I mean is, I don't think you were invited.
Oh yeah, I don't need to be invited. I have a standing invitation.
And I think therein lies the problem, Mr. Seagal, that
Well,
you kind of.
I remember last time we spoke, you told me you were very interested in hearing my new jazz riff at the end of the show. Then we ran out of time, so I felt really bad because I knew you really wanted to hear it.
No,
so I do have it ready. I made a new arrangement.
I assumed you played it by yourself after we went off air.
Oh, I did. I always play them by myself, but I knew that you really wanted to hear it. So I'm prepared now.
Well, you remember the scene in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where he told him, read the fine print.
Absolutely. I always read the fine print.
But then you would have seen where it says
these are special glasses that allow me to read microscopic print.
But all invitations are bound, or they're good as long as that episode.
Right.
So when we sign off, we're out of here. Peace out. Follow these guys here and there. That's kind of when your invitation ends, and then we have a reset. So if we were to re-invite you to play your riff on this episode, then you could, wipe the sugar from the bear claws and that glaze off your fingers, and give us a little something.
Jericho,
if we do,
can I be honest with you?
Please, because I've been honest with you.
I know you're trying to be gracious because you don't want to seem like you're taking advantage of my guitar skills.
That's right.
You don't have to pretend you don't want me here. I know you want me to play. You're just too embarrassed to ask. I will do it now.
But I don't get embarrassed though. That's my problem.
No, it's okay. You don't have to feign the humility. It's just us here. I stand naked in front of you, reveal myself to you. I truly see you.
Don't. That's not going to help with the re-invite that I was talking about. Remember just a second ago we were talking about that? Your nudity is not going to help that.
Well, I don't think it would hurt it though.
It's hurting all of us right now. And I know it's hurting you.
All right. Well, before the end of the show today, and since it's the last show of the year, I would like to play my jazz riff. I've cut it down to 14 minutes.
Maybe go back to the cutting room floor and see if you can leave some more stuff on it.
Okay.
14, that's a little long.
Okay. All right. You'll give me my cue.
How about this? If we have time, it's a 2023 year in review. A lot of characters, a lot of things to talk about. We don't know where this conversation is going to go. But if you have a chance to come on Double Impact, Triple Threat, Gabe, me, Sean, in that order, then you have a chance to riff, to strum that guitar. We're going to need your song to be as long as it takes you to eat a bear claw.
Oh,
so
that's impossible.
We're talking 3 seconds max. So if you can shave that 14-minute song
it's funny
down to 3 seconds, we're good.
To celebrate the coming year of the dragon, my mother prepared me a 8-foot-long bear claw.
So now we're up to 10 seconds.
Yes, indeed. Yes, how did you know?
Okay, 10 seconds. No more than 10 seconds.
Okay. When you want me to come on.
Our producers.
Okay, when you want me to come on, the code word is bear claw. So if you say bear claw, I will come back.
Do I have to say it once or 3 times like Bloody Mary?
You can say it once or 3 times. Either way, I'll be here.
Okay. Now, if I say bear claw 3 times, will you appear standing next to me in the room?
Well, you've said it twice now, so if you say it one more time,
it's like
I'm here the rest of the night if you say it one more time.
All right. I'll try not to.
Do you like my necklace? Do you know what it is?
Yeah, it's the footprint of a grizzly.
Of a what?
A grizzly bear.
Oh, and what do they have on the end of their feet?
Sharp toenails.
Okay, I tried. All right, namaste, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and it's Kwanzaa today, Jericho. I thought I would tell you that.
Don't do that. Just don't.
Namaste.
Like, was it Lloyd? Who was Jim Carrey's character in Dumb and Dumber?
I think
it was Lloyd. Remember. Just like Lloyd told the other guy, just go, man. Just go.
Just go. Yeah. Oh.
Hey, does anybody know who ate Bobby Lupo?
Hey, was he fucking wrapped in a bear claw? Huh?
Oh,
Yep, that's right.
Oh
Ooh,
my God.
worst Italian accent ever.
Yeah, it's in the mix. It's in the mix. You know, I mean, I tell you this.
I don't know who would be in competition against that for worst
We've been-
Italian accent.
We've been talking about this guy every now and again on the show, and I tell you, I've been deep diving into him, and I mean that in the nicest possible way, which is Art Bell Coast to Coast, man.
Oh,
That
I love
stuff
it.
has been
Love it.
my jam while I have
Love
been
it.
sick, and I just was listening to Ghost to Ghost. I'm listening to like all of those great things, and I was saying to myself, in a way, I'm in Rhode Island. You guys are on the West Coast. Are we not? Double impact, coast to coast. I think we are.
Oh my
I
God.
think
We are.
East of
You
the
are.
Rockies, you're alive on the air.
You're alive.
So good.
Now,
So
you guys,
good.
if you guys have listened to us for a while, people out there in the ether,
People.
man, you know that we lean conservative. We're not about the bullshit, family, all that good stuff. And small government. I think you can also throw that in there. We don't like government intrusion. Don't tell me what to do, how to do it, raise my kids, what I can have, how many. I don't need none of that shit. But I think we can agree that some of the people that call in to Art Bell Coast to Coast, if we could have the FBI find them and detain them, that would be great because, and I mean
What
this
are
the
you
best way
saying?
possible. Man, there's some crazy shit out there. I'm telling you, I used to work until midnight and I had a 30-minute commute. And I couldn't wait to get into my car and turn that shit on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
and
man.
the best is when I would get in my car and they're coming out of a commercial. So you got like a 15, 20-minute segment coming up. Oh,
Yep.
It's just pure, like unadulterated, just filtered crazy. It's so insane. I love it.
So Art, did you get all my ransom letters? I called you last week. It's like, what's happening?
the alien abductions.
Those are my
I
favorite
mean,
ones. I love
and
when
these
people talk about
people,
aliens.
these people are serious. All right.
Mhm.
These
1000%.
people are serious. And I don't know when the last time you've heard something or saw something that made you stare at your device. But when you hear this show for the first time,
yeah,
you are going to stare at your device like, where has this been my whole life? Where the fuck are these people?
yeah.
Is anybody?
Are
Are they
they at large?
unsupervised? Yeah, are they unsupervised? Are they on a watch list?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna share. So everyone in the audience, if you don't know what Coast to Coast AM is, it's a late night show. It's one of the biggest shows in America. It's on thousands of radio channels.
forever.
But it's
Forever.
and it's been on for like 30 years or something. And
Oh,
it
man.
starts at like 11 at night and goes to like 2 in the morning or something. And people call in because they've seen ghosts, they've seen aliens and the lizard people that run the government. Just the craziest shit. And I love this show. And you know, if you go out the house at night, you will see it. So I just took a screenshot of a text, but I cut off Jericho and Sean's stuff. And let me make sure. Yeah, there's no phone numbers. There's just a screenshot of my writing, so I'm not doxing anyone. And I jump in the car to go to the grocery store like late at night at midnight. And I send this to Jericho and Sean right away. I said, I get in the car and the first thing I hear on the radio is, how many people do you think are being abducted? And the guy's all, I'd say millions. And the host is all, but why? And I love George Nuri because he's so sincere with the callers.
Yeah.
He just like, he acts like he believes everything they say. And the guy told him, the alien told me what happens when evolution stops being your friend. That's why they were abducting people, because they seeded the earth with DNA, created humans, and we were containers to like build their evolution. But now they're evolving too fast. So their brains are getting too big and their bodies are getting too small. That's what the guy went on to explain. I love this show. I love
the
it.
best show ever.
With George Nori.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so even the voice guy. When you hear that voice guy, you're about to, you're getting ready. Oh man.
Are they high or am I? Could be both. None of mine. Could be both.
There's probably a mixture of both. But man, these people, and there's an endless supply. Like he said, the show's been on for 30 years and it's a home run every night.
It is.
Yep.
Remember the Wolfman? Did I ever tell you guys about that one? A guy was from Tennessee and he said, we don't got the Wolfman, we got the Dog Man. And he went on to explain it. It was the exact same fucking thing. And he said he was.
No, it's not. It's not. No. The dog man comes with a side of grits.
There you go.
Now, we were talking about Christmas. Let's be real about this. How country we are.
man.
Our Christmas dinner, our Christmas day dinner is honey glazed ham, delicious ham, and cheese grits. Do you understand? This is real. This is
I never had grits. Sell me on grits because it looks bland. Just crushed up harmony.
Oh,
right?
It's easy. It's easy.
It is bland.
Do you love America?
Yeah, until you get the right hands on it.
I don't like. Is it as good or comparable to just mashed potatoes? Like, could I just have mashed potatoes instead, or is there a reason?
Mash has got a different texture, man. It's
so the mash is fluffy. The grits are what? They're grainy. The grits.
They're grainy. It's like it's like imagine salty with cheesy goodness. Cream of wheat is the best way I describe it, man. But grits
I love cream of wheat. I like cream of wheat. That's pretty good.
You ever had polenta?
Yeah, so
polenta
with cream of wheat.
Yeah,
you got
polenta and cream of wheat fucked, and grits are the baby. And you can go sweet with it. You can go butter and sugar with it. You can go savory, shrimp and grits, cheese grits. But definitely, whether it's sweet or savory, you're going to go with a lot of butter, cream.
You can only go savory. You can't go sweet. You will be kicked out of the country. Sorry, is what you meant to say. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare.
I've gone sweet. I have.
No, don't you dare.
Yep, and I've gone savory too. I'm bi.
If cream of wheat is pretty much
California.
Now, cream of wheat has wheat. Wait a minute. Cream of wheat has wheat in the name, so it's not grits because grits are hominy, right?
It's rich farina. Yeah.
Okay. But it's essentially like the same kind of flavor and texture.
Same kind of texture.
Okay.
Same texture. Grits is a little bigger grain, a little more toothy. But I'm telling you, I don't. If you like polenta, you like cream of wheat, you'll love grits too. It's wonderful. It's a vehicle. Right. Grits are a vehicle.
It's a delivery.
They're not the star of the show. Yeah, they're not the star of the show, but the star won't get to the event without grits. Grits is the driver. Grits.
Sugar is ass. Arumfe, I'm gonna take it PG-13. I'm gonna tell you, ass does not taste like sugar. That's what I've been told. An older boy told me that. So sugar's not ass. It's not very good for you. It's not very good for you.
And don't eat too much of either one of those.
Right.
How about that? Sugar or ass. Don't eat too many of either one. Grits are wonderful. Yeah, they're great. They're great. Again, the vehicle. They're the supporting cast. The grits are Morgan Freeman and the main character is Daisy.
That's right.
Now, cream of wheat's more susceptible to sugar. Cream of wheat's more. It's okay to have sugar.
Do you know what I made? Of course, you don't know what I made unless you're spying on me at my home. I went to Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. And I ate at this family restaurant, and it was just so delicious. It was right there in the center of the touristy area, right by the iglesia, right by the church. And they gave us a little drink right before our meal called atole. I'd never had it before. My wife had when she was younger. It's a very traditional, goes beyond the Spanish and all that Mexican, back to the Native American. Atole is corn flour, corn masa, right? The thing you make tamales or corn tortillas out of. You take corn masa, milk, cream or milk, and then sugar and cinnamon. And you essentially make gravy, but it's a sweet gravy, and it's a corn sweet gravy. And if you want to get fat, have a couple glasses of this. I only filled my glass like an inch or so, like a coffee mug. It's so good, but you feel like you're being watched drinking it because it's gravy, but it's sweet and cinnamony, and you're sitting there just drinking it. And I made some of that on Christmas Eve just because it's like it's a Mexican thing.
So good, man.
Yeah, and there's another one called. Go ahead.
I don't think it's the drink. I think it's the fact that you start jerking off when you're drinking it. That's why they're white.
Whoa!
Easy biscuit.
I think that's what's getting the eyeballs on you. Is that
right?
The fact that you're drinking it.
This is here atole.
It looks good.
It's a corn gravy with cinnamon and sugar, beautiful. And it is good.
There are certain types of food that are gonna get you fat. You can throw Mexican food in there. Italian food, Southern food, there's just certain areas, certain regions that you're gonna get, you're gonna get some lbs on you for sure. I would think like British food, you know what, eel and fucking shepherd's pie, my
Some mushy peas.
yeah, whatever the
and
fuck
eel.
they eat over certain places.
No, but
but
people-
Mexican
people
food,
think I'm-
Italian, yeah.
People think I'm kidding, man, but everybody knows. Yeah, Southern food is love, John. Amen. And I have to say that when it comes to British food, their staple, which I didn't believe till I went over there, is Indian food. In fact, I would go so far as to say, shout out to my man Timmy Mello, that the best Indian food I've ever had in my life has been in England, in London. It is because it's like
Indian
the
people,
you know, the Wheel of Pain in Conan. Like these are the Indian restaurants that survived the crucible of the British taste palette, and they won. And so so much of the fast food, like we do Chinese food over here, they do Indian food. Everything's like a kebab. Everything's like they eat Indian food like no other people outside of India.
The national dish, I can confirm what Shant is saying.
Yeah.
The national dish of England is chicken tikka masala. That's literally
Yes,
their
it
national
is.
dish.
Yeah,
Amen.
rice, butter, creams in some of those sauces, coconut milk, coconut cream.
There it is, man.
You can
Chicken
get
tikka is delish.
Or,
Right? Okay. Everyone knows the pyramid building in Demolition Man, right?
Yep.
That is across the street from Top Gun, the Miramar Naval Air Station. It's the Marine Corps Air Station now. So famous 80s movie stuff, 80s, 90s movie stuff is right here in San Diego. And there's a restaurant called Kebabish. It's Pakistani and Indian. And I take my family there, and their chicken tikka is all their stuff is insane. They make the naan in that stone oven with the fire at the bottom, where they slap the bread on the side of the oven and it puffs up and they pull it out. Ridiculously.
What's chicken marsala? Is that Italian?
That is an Italian chicken dish. It's a sauteed chicken with it has a mushroom marsala wine sauce.
Well, I phrased that wrong. Where is it from? I definitely know what it is.
I believe it's Italian because marsala wine is Italian, right? So
yeah, it's like a chicken cream sauce, mashed potatoes. I mean, oh man, yeah. There's certain types of food that, oh man, so delicious. Like French food, the bread, you know, the butter and the cheese and all that shit. Man, I think if I could specialize in a certain type of food, it would be probably Italian.
Italian food is the shit, man.
Cheese, sauce,
Italian
bread,
food
meat. Oh man.
I will say this, man. Italian food is America's food. It really, I mean, you can't, I mean, you have to just give it up to Italian food, man, and our version of it. It's like pizza, spaghetti, like that is now as American as mom and apple pie, which apple pie, of course, is all American as well. You get to things like, you know, chicken, you get to things, you know, like burgers and all that kind of thing. And yeah, those are a huge part of our culture, but I feel like our baseline, like what we order out when you got to get some food is freaking Italian. It's pizza. It's how it is, guys. It's how it is.
My favorite food is Mexican, my favorite cuisine, but my favorite food, singular thing, is pizza. That's like, to me, you can't be. I'd rather have Mexican. I literally would rather have a pizza. There's a place in San Diego called Bronx Pizza, and they're from New York. The guys, it's insane pizza. I would rather eat at Bronx Pizza than get a $70 steak at Fleming's. Really, I would rather have the pizza.
That place, the bar that we went when we interviewed Dean for
my buddy's place, Basic. Woo. Yeah. Right. He's from New Haven, Connecticut, and they do that New Haven style pizza that I'm sure, Shant, you get it up there, right?
Yeah, we do, of course. Yeah, man.
It's those like kind of oval pizzas, and they're just like oddly cut, and ridiculous.
Yeah, you can get Connecticut style pizza in New England. I can promise you.
I met him when my son was in 8th grade. My son's going to be like 25 in a few weeks. But when my son was in 8th grade, we were coaching the boys in middle school football, and so that's where I met this guy that owns that restaurant. He owns a bunch of restaurants in town, and he told me that I got to come to his pizza place and try the mashed potato bacon pizza. And it sounded like, I don't want to try that. And I'm like, what, some stoner make that up? He's all, funny enough, my stoner college buddy made that up. And it's so good. You had it, Jericho, right? You can attest.
It's ridiculous. A destination meal.
Right.
If you had the money and the time, you would fly all the way to California to this place, to Basic, and you would order this pizza and then fly back home. It's that good.
Right. Dang. And Captain Haruno's right. They do have a Mexican pizza with cool beans on it.
That's fucking
damn. No.
That is fucking Oh man, damn it, I forgot yours, Sean.
Yeah, you
What
know,
is it?
different strokes.
It's not at the end of the day.
No, at the end of the day, man, it's the best because you can just
I
now
hate
say
that.
at the
I
end of
fucking hate that.
at the end of the day, it's night. That's
Yeah.
anytime someone says that to you,
No,
just
no,
say
not-
that right to the.
Not at the end of the day. Is it that? Is that what is everybody?
No, mine
fucking
is
say
different strokes for different
Oh, different?
folks. That is my.
Yeah,
how did I
that's
get
it.
Your eyeball juice on my fingers. I don't know what just happens.
Mm.
It's all a blur.
William likes Michoacan Mexican food. I haven't been to Michoacan, but I've been to Sinaloa. That's where Puerto Vallarta and Mazatlan are. And where else? I've been to Cabo San Lucas, but I go to Tijuana on the reg to get tacos there because it's only 20-something miles from my house. And I don't like it though because coming back across the border could be like an hour or 2 or 3, but that's why you get a Century Pass, and then you cut the line and it's like 10 minutes. You know, you get that. That's from the Department of Homeland Security. You get the Century Pass. So that's a smart thing to do. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I've already done it.
And you anyway, can just drive through the border and go, I'm American. Fuck you. Just drive through.
Jimmy Mello.
I remember back in the 90s, they changed this the year after I graduated high school in 96. And forever, Tijuana was the place for people to go and drink, like the Navy guys, the Marine guys. Yeah. And a lot of underage high schoolers would go down to Revolution Avenue right there in central Tijuana and go to all the bars and have cheap drinks and dance with ladies and all that. And I remember in high school, you could literally walk across and then just literally walk back, and they just look at your driver's license, and it, you know, they didn't. Are you old enough to be down here? Like, you're going to another country. They don't tell you nothing. But the year after I graduated, 97 or maybe it was 98, they changed it. So to go like on a Friday or Saturday night, they were like, you have to be 18 or whatever and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I had tons of friends, a bunch of friends who fucking would go to Mexico and same thing, walk right across, get shit faced, and come right back for cheap. Remember, you guys ever see the video of that drink where I don't know if it's beer and shots, but they pour them in your mouth and then they shake their head and shit.
Right.
Oh,
what they would do in Tijuana.
We're just looking at that shit.
Okay, I don't drink, but one time I went to Tijuana when I was with my buddy Chris Bernaski. I've mentioned him before. We went down there, and it was the night Magic Johnson came back and played his first game since announcing his HIV thing. I remember the night he was on the TV, and we went to a bar on Revolution Avenue. $5 all you can drink, and I remember they would pour tequila in people's mouths, like the bartenders, and then shake their head and blow a whistle. And if they could throw you on the shoulder, they would throw you on the shoulder and just spin and spin and spin, and then sit you down. And it was something. It was something.
Different times.
Now that I'm an adult, mature, married man, I go to Tijuana in the middle of the day, get some tacos, and come home.
Yeah, you're home before it's dark.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You
I know what you're saying.
Young people show up.
Tacos, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you know how we do it.
I remember as a youth doing some things that if I did them now, I don't know if I could fucking ever get out of bed again. I might just die. Just, oh my God, especially in the Navy overseas with a bunch of my buddies. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's a scientific fact that when a group of males get together under a certain age, their IQ plummets.
It plummets, but it plummets by the minute. It actually ticks down.
That's continuous.
And it will. I've seen it get to negative numbers before.
Oh my goodness. Just, you know, the
dark things,
competitive nature, you know, people, I got the round, I got the next round and shit like that. Or, you know, take shot. Just throwing them back, and you're not giving any consideration to the near future. You're not thinking about all these shots just ganging up on you because you're taking 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're going speed bag on your liver, just working.
They're all going to gang up on you in about 30 minutes. But you're not thinking about any of that.
When I was in college, I had a very good friend named Mehdi. Nice guy, big Persian guy, big like me, but I think same height. And he turned 21. And in Greeley, Colorado, the University of Northern Colorado, where I went to college, there was like one bar. There were like 10 bars in town, but there was one bar that like was the most popular for all the college students. So when you went there, you'd see everybody from work, you'd see everybody from school. And it was an old state armory, like for, you know, like the National Guard or whatever. and they had turned it into a bar with like kind of like, you know, Chili's just slaps crap all over the walls, like trumpets and chairs. This was like that, but it had like a piece of a military jet in it, like a real one in the main dance floor on the ceiling, and just crap everywhere, painting, right? And Medi turned 21 that night, and it was 50-cent tequila shots. And everybody, it's 10,000 students at the college. It's everybody knows everybody. Everybody works at Home Depot together. Everybody, all the students knew each other. And he took so many shots, this guy. And I drove him over to IHOP afterwards to try and help him sober up. And he's just like eating pancakes. And then he just fell asleep on a salt shaker, just balancing. And he's like, guys, I don't know. And you knew he was going to throw up. I said, Matty, go, run outside. He ran outside and then turned around and threw up. But the whole IHOP, any restaurant like this, it's all windows. So he threw up on the window, and all the customers like, oh, and it's just like everywhere. So I threw him in my car. We'll take you home. And he goes to throw up in my car. I'm like, nope, throw up out the window. He throws up, but he throws up all over my car door on the outside. Yep. I remember the next day, this is horrible. The next day, it's a piece of celery like 3 inches long stuck to my car door. I'm like, do you chew your fucking food? You're like a goose just swallowing the whole
seagull, just fucking gulping shit on like a Komodo dragon or some shit.
Man.
Yeah, dude, I've been there, man. I've thrown up out of people's cars. I threw up in my hat. I remember one night, we were in Augusta Bay, Sicily, and it was all for most of the shit, you know, was between like an E1 and an E4. So if you were below an E4, E3, 2, or 1, you had to be back on the ship by midnight. It was called Cinderella Liberty. You had to be back on the ship, not on the pier, not jumping out of a cab, you know, 100 yards away. You had to be back on the ship at midnight. If you didn't, you would get basically a warning, and then after that, your liberty would get restricted to where you had to be back by 10 o'clock, but you also had to have a chaperone. Yeah. So nobody wanted that shit. So everybody pretty much kept in line. But we were in Augusta Bay, Sicily. We got off of work at like 5:30. So you're already behind the 8 ball. You got to get dressed and you got to get to town. Town is like 30 minutes away because we always pulled into port, which is near like the industrial part, you know, with all the smokestacks and forklifts. So you had to take a ride into town.
Down by the docks where Double Impact takes place.
It was down by the docks where all 80s and 90s actually.
Right, Riggs and Murtaugh. You saw Riggs and Murtaugh so many times when you got off the ship, dude.
Hey guys, do open shit every time. So we're behind the 8 ball already. By the time we get to town, it's going to be like 7 o'clock. So you have to be back by midnight, not heading back. So we get there. And again, I'd like to go back to these places I visited when I was 18, 19 years old and shit in the overseas, because we go to this restaurant. You're looking off in the distance. There's some mountain. I don't know what the fuck it is, but you can see some of the lava coming down the side of the volcano, like way off in the distance. And the roof was like, it didn't have a roof on it, so you could see. It was beautiful. It's Sicily. It was gorgeous. So, but we're not there for that. We gotta get fucked up and get back to the ship so we don't get in trouble. So I ordered 3 double shots of Jack Daniels and 2 MGDs in a bottle, because you know we gotta get our drinking in, right? So I get him. My buddy ordered the same thing. We throw him back. We're good. I ordered some pizza, and then again thinking American pizza. She brings more. It was more like a flatbread with like prosciutto on it. Shit was way too classy for me. What the fuck is this? Like, you know who I am? I don't eat shit like this. So I was disappointed. So we get together and we go down probably 50 yards, 75 yards. We passed by like 2 tattoo parlors. They knew the fucking Navy ships were coming in. It was like bar, tattoo parlor, restaurant, bar, tattoo parlor. So we walk down to this restaurant and we sit down. And as soon as we sit down, all 3 of those double shots of those MGDs said, "Hey, remember me?" And I'm just like, head on the table. And so the waitress comes over and she goes, "Hey, what do you guys want?" I was like, double cheeseburger and some fries. You know, something American, something I'm familiar with. And so she goes, "All right," takes the order, has her little apron with a pocket, puts her little notepad in there. And as soon as she turns around, I just go under the table,
Oh,
puke all over my legs,
Shouting
my
at the
shoes.
floor, man.
They're like, "Oh fuck!"
was it the
Everybody
kind
gets
where
up.
you sounded like a growling like lion or bear, like
Yeah.
ferocious vomit?
Damn.
So my was like, "Oh man, what the fuck?" So y'all get it. Let's go. So we all get up and leave. There was like 8 of us. We all get up and leave.
Nice.
So I got puke all down my shirt, fucking down my pants. I had a Bruce Lee t-shirt on. I love that shit. So we go back out. You know those concrete things, those little like barriers they put up, you know, when they're doing road work or something. They had a bunch of those. So I'm sitting on top of it waiting for the cab to come. And I'm just like, oh, I have a picture of it. It's in my photo album in the house. But I'm laying there like this, and I got this fucking like wet spot on my shirt. I'm like, oh, fucked up. And so somehow I made it back to the ship, and you have to show your ID, request permission to come aboard. You have to walk across the quarterdeck. There's like a handful of things you must be able to do on your own, or they won't let you on the ship. They'll make you go down on the pier till you sober up, and if it's past midnight, now you're in trouble. But I was able to do all those things. I have no recollection of it, but man, I fucking yacked all over my shit.
That's a hell of a tip you left that lady, Captain Heroes.
Yeah, and I felt like, and now years later, you know, as a fucking adult, what an asshole. That waitress must have came back, puke all over the fucking floor. Nobody's there. Just fucking idiots. Fucking 18,
well, she would smell it before she saw it. You know what I mean?
Oh man, it was Ralph time.
Oh,
after that.
Yeah.
That is horrible.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Childhood, man. Childhood is childhood's one of those things, man.
Jennifer Norwood wants to know if any of us California dudes ever went to Noggles or Del Taco. I've been to Del Taco just a few weeks ago. It is not good. Noggles, that was before my time. I believe Noggles was in the 70s. That's not a good word for a taco shop. I think it was the owner's last name, Noggle.
Yeah.
Or maybe Nogles.
It's if it was Nalgas, you know, that means
Nalgas. Yeah, I'll fucking
Julio Nalgas.
You know what?
I'll eat
Sean, you know,
Nalgas.
Nalgas is like booty, like butt cheeks or whatever.
Yeah, let's go to Nalgas. Oh. Hey, let's go to Nalgas and eat some Nalga. Let's eat some Nalgonas and Nalga.
All right, let's go to Nalgonas. That would be a woman with a
what's up, Nalgona?
I do like that about their language, that you could just add ona or ote or otote. You could just, like how we go tiny and teeny tiny and teeny weeny tiny. Like that's, you would say
or ito
was little, and then chiquitito is like teeny tiny, and then chiquitito would be like teeny weeny tiny. Like you could just keep going forever. So yeah,
mijita. That's what I call my buddy. What's up, mijita?
That means just for those of you that are playing at home, that means my daughter, but it gets shortened to mija. That's where mija comes from. It's mi hija or mijita. So yeah. So,
good times. No,
my wife has entered the chat. Oh no, she's not. I heard someone come in. They went out to dinner, my daughter and her and big baby, and but I think I heard them come back. So shh. You can't be talking about big booty Latinas.
I think I ate at Del Taco one time, like in my early 20s when I was all fucked up after the club. But you see them around, but I just feel like I'm better than that.
Better than that.
Better than Del Taco.
Dude,
Taco Bell and Del Taco.
Yeah.
You know, there's a Rubio's. If you've ever had Rubio's, that's pretty good. And it was founded not far from my house in Pacific Beach. The original one, I've been to the original Rubio's. My daughter used to work at the original one. And it's Baja style, like fish tacos and stuff like that. Now, I always say I hate seafood and I will never eat seafood. I will eat a fish taco because the white fish, whatever they use, pollock or whatever, it doesn't taste like anything. It tastes like fried meat.
Fish.
It tastes like fried meat. So I will concede that doesn't taste like anything. It tastes like the salsa and the cream and whatever you put on it. And then
it's still the texture of fish. Still the delicate texture.
It's not goopy. And it's not mollusky. Like mollusk stuff is all like eating rubber. Where do you come down on menudo? Because it was Christmas.
Oh, fuck no.
Menudo. I don't
like couple albums.
Once I got rid of Ricky Martin, I was like, fuck that. Once I got rid of Ricky, fuck menudo.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Menudo's disgusting. And all my friends grew up around a bunch of Mexican kids. Oh, you don't like menudo? Blah, blah. It's good for hangovers. So hold on a second. You're telling me a cure for me feeling like shit is eating a bowl full of fucking intestines and stomach lining. Well, stomach lining. That's
It's
what
not,
it is.
it's not. There's no
stomach lining.
intestines. Menudo is
That's the
just the
stomach lining.
It's the tripe. It is not good. It
Fuck
tastes
that.
delicious, but the chunks of the stomach, they just feel like goopy fat. That's all it feels like.
And
I don't
it
like it.
smells
Told me
fucking
now.
gross.
Fucking disgusting.
But
Like take a
guys, listen.
Now
take a
there's
bowl of soup and eat it up a goat's ass, and that's what.
Oh.
Yeah,
look
chitlins, the
at-
same thing. Gross.
Charlie, well, chitlins is guts, menudo is stomach, so it's slightly different.
No,
Slightly different.
the chitlins are the guts, but they've been cleaned out. So basically, menudo's the stomach lining. Chitlins is the actual thing that the stomach is lining, except it's cleaned out. But they both taste like shit.
Captain Hurdo wants to know about cabeza or lengua. Cabeza is delicious. You boil that, you braise the head of the cow.
I'll take
and
some
you-
cabeza.
And you pull the cheeks off. The cheek meat is super fatty. You put it in little tacos. It's delicious. Lengua, the tongue. I don't like tongue. I don't think it has a good beefy flavor. It's like kind of mild, and it feels just like a regular piece of meat after they peel all the outside and the taste buds off. Lengua, but I don't think lengua is very good.
But it's a trip how fucking big it is. I was just in a market today at a butcher shop, and the fucking cow tongue is gigantic. I'd be down for some cow tongue. It's probably one of those meats that takes on, whatever the flavor you cook it in. But menudo?
Now, there is the superior. Most Mexicans will disagree, but I would say instead of menudo, you take the exact same dish, but you call it pozole. And instead of the cow stomach, you just have regular chunks of pork meat. So it's now regular, like shoulder roast or whatever, with the hominy corn. And hominy, Shant, is the thing they're making grits out of. So it's all full circle.
Big old
enjoy
grits.
hominy.
So,
That girl
yeah.
got some big old grits. Nice
Mhm.
grits.
Chitlins make
Big
your house
old
smell like
grits. Wait, what?
turds.
Go ahead.
Yeah, chitlins are fucking gross.
Yeah.
Like you might as well take a shit candle and burn it in your house. That's what chitlins smell like.
You're saying I shouldn't do that?
If you go to a real authentic Mexican
if you
place,
want to, it's your house.
if you go to a real
Your
authentic Mexican
house,
place and get menudo, they'll sometimes, I'm not even kidding. I went to Bonito, Michoacan in Las Vegas on Decatur. I highly recommend Bonito, Michoacan, amazing Mexican restaurant. And they'll ask you if you want a pata. That is a foot, guys. If you want the pig's hoof in your soup, they'll give you the hoof. It's like
You might as well. You're eating this fucking stomach lining. You might as well throw the foot in that motherfucker too.
Why don't you just take a shit and complete my meal?
Can you run? Hey, sir, can you run this bowl to the bathroom and
We're
shit in
wasting
it for
time.
me?
This is going to end up as diarrhea anyway. Can you just have some diarrhea in my bowl?
Now, William is
Eat it before the
defending it.
turds liquefy.
William is defending it. William 3. If they clean it good, it doesn't taste weird. Now, I went to Max's Filipino family restaurant in Vegas also, and I got crispy pata. And that is a deep fried, like pigs, like hawk. So it's like from the about here all the way through the toes and everything. And my friend recommended it, my Filipino buddy, the one you met this summer, Jericho. And it was actually delicious. You do have to pick the meat out of the toes and the feet and all that, but it was just like pork meat. It was fine, It did look like a giant foot on the plate, though. It was a big hoof.
Because it is.
Yeah.
But chitlins, yes, if you cook them, you take the time, you do the I've seen it done with like water and a little bit of bleach in there because it's the fucking it's where the shit comes out.
It's the
That's what it is.
tube.
It's the fucking intestine.
Hey,
So-
Jericho, you making that shit pipe for dinner?
Hey man, don't
Oh
throw
my
that
God.
shit away, man. Don't throw that shit. We make a good pudding. We make
Look
a
what I
nice
found in the
fucking
shitter.
shit pudding.
Shit.
You ever had a good shit pudding? Man, that shit's delicious. Man. No pun intended.
I remember I told you,
Fuck
Jericho, that I slaughtered a lamb with my dad when I was like 12. He had me, after he had shown us a few times how to slaughter it, he had me slit the neck and do all that. And I remember they were one time when he did a slaughtering a lamb, they break it all down. They're cutting this meat and this organ. And my cousin, Tim, who's about 6 years older than me, so I was like 6 or 7 and he was probably 12. He got a hold of the lungs and he's just blowing in the trachea over and over. The lungs roll. And he gave it to me to do. And I was like, ugh, and I tried it once, but I was only 6 when he showed me that. So,
Good times,
Anyway,
man.
he's
Coming
in
of
jail
age.
now is the point.
Coming of age. Yeah, man,
are they
keep all
gonna
that
make a
weird
dish
shit.
called Hoyos, just animal assholes? No.
Holes.
No. I think that's called Taco Bell. I think try the
call
new
it-
Taco Bell asshole chalupa.
Just call it holes.
This asshole's stuffed.
This one's stuffed with mozzarella cheese.
Just stretching it.
This Friday, get half off of your cheese stuffed asshole. Assholes. And every order of mozzarella stuffed asshole comes with a side of shit juice.
Yeah, you know.
What else are you gonna dip it in?
I'm gonna pass. All right, guys.
Dip that shit in.
The 2023 year-ender tournament, guys, it's a blowout. I'm gonna call it. Round 2 is over.
Damn.
So those were shocking results to me.
Surprising.
I don't really know what happened here. I feel like what is that weird thundering?
Everybody down.
Do you guys hear that? It's my gosh!
Don't.
Now what in the heck is going on around here? I'm talking to you, Andretti.
I don't want to say it.
Quiet, Jericho. You will speak when spoken to.
Dang. Coming in hot.
Oh my God.
Now, there's any of you two, and I don't know where my grandpa. You want to explain these results to me?
I was doing so well. Oh man, I'm tired.
May I? Is this a time for me to speak, Big Baby?
You may speak.
I don't know. I think there's just a lot of haters out there, Big Baby. I think maybe there's a certain level of intimidation that you bring to the table.
Level. Is that a joke about how tall I am?
No, never. I
cannot help that I am now a 95-foot baby.
I know. Well, you hit a year, so that's another 20 feet. But I think as beautiful as your eyes are, they can be a bit intimidating to some people.
Well, thank you. That's what I was going for. Beautiful and intimidating.
Fishing for compliments. But no, I think that the level of intimidation.
Oh, he's back. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Big Baby, did you have a good Christmas?
I had a wonderful Christmas. What about you?
It was great.
I'm trying.
Wonderful.
Are you looking forward to the new year?
I am. I think I'm ready for 2024.
I think it's going to be a great one.
I think you're right, Big Baby.
I know I'm right.
Me too. You are absolutely right.
You have any plans for New Year's Eve? Are you going to watch the Dick Clark special?
I thought you were about to curse. I don't think Dick Clark does it anymore. Therefore, I can't. I don't want to see.
Well, I know he's dead as a doornail, but that Ryan Seacrest does it for him.
Big Baby, that was harsh. What if there's some of the Clark family watching this?
Well, I hope they enjoy my brilliance.
I'm just saying, Big Baby. We're close to New Year's Eve. People are still a little sensitive about Mr. Clark not being here to ring in the new year because we've all become accustomed to that over the years. So I think some people might be saddened by your doornail comment about me.
Well, I'll apologize, not to you, but to Dick Clark's family if they're watching. I am sorry.
Very big of you, and I don't mean no pun intended, but that
whoa. No, go ahead.
Big Baby, what do you have planned for New Year's? Do you think you can stick around till midnight, or you might get a little sleepy?
Well, I just really learned to walk about 2 weeks ago, so I've been getting around the house and stomping on other houses when I don't like the cut of their jib. I think for New Year's, I'm going to cut back on the amount of cities that I demolish with my powerful baby feet.
So you're maturing.
If you want to call it that, yes. I think it's time to reflect back on our lives. The whole 12 and a half months that I've been here, I need to really look back and have perspective.
Dang, you're so insightful for a little baby. I
I
mean, little
try.
inside, big on the outside. That's great. Do you think you'll be able to hang around till midnight, or are you gonna call it quits before that?
I was just rubbing my eyes for another reason, not because I want to nap in a baba.
Sandman's here, huh?
I guess so. You think I have a chance to win the tournament next year?
Of course you do. I'll be voting for you.
I really appreciate
Hold
that.
it together. Hold it together, Big Baby. You're insightful. You're reflecting on the past year. You're not going to crush as many houses.
It's just nice to hear it sometimes.
It is good to hear, isn't it?
Yes.
You're a wonderful little baby.
I'm gonna run along now. You be nice to my grandpa.
Okay. I
Bye-bye.
will. You be nice too. Don't step on his truck.
I won't. Bye. Oh gosh, guys.
She kind of fell apart at the end there. That wasn't my intention.
You know, she's becoming more thoughtful. You know, she kind of realizes you can't just stomp on everyone that disagrees with you.
Introspective, if that's the right word.
Yeah, I guess.
She's really,
you know,
I was doing so well.
You were, man. I thought you were gonna make it.
I thought I was gonna make it too.
But she's literally she's looking back at the literal and figurative destruction that she's left in her wake. You know, that the buildings, the houses, the community centers that she's laid waste to. I think it's finally catching up to her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Big Baby is a beautiful baby girl, Jennifer.
She is.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you something. The best part about being in this crew, the best part of this year has been getting to watch Big Baby grow up in all those great group texts that we get. And so it's funny, man, when we talk about, this whole thing, we talk about the holidays. One of the things I got to say is now our kids are all in different age ranges. I think we pretty much split the gap, right?
Yeah.
From babies in our house, like from Big Baby all the way up. And this is like the best thing about Christmas. Well, my kids they were 18 this year for Christmas. So I've had all of those years.
Right.
And when I think about Big Baby at Christmas, your kids at Christmas, Jericho, how great was that this year with the kids?
It was fucking wonderful, man. My daughter and son, they were just, that excitement, that, oh my gosh, and, just ripping the paper. And my wife, she's all right, now your turn. Read the label first and all that stuff. And my son is just, trying to keep it together and not rip the presents apart.
Trying to go Tasmanian devil on the presents.
Yeah, but it was great, man. And of course, I did the typical dad thing. I started collecting the wrapping paper that they ripped up before they were done. So that way it was all cleaned up and I could take it out to the fire pit and burn that shit.
We had a great one. It was one of the best Christmases I've had. It was woke up, me, wife, my 2 adult children, and then Big Baby, did presents. And we didn't get going until 9. We slept in a little bit, let everyone rest. 8:30 or 9. Then my wife made a smorgasbord, chopped fried potatoes, 2 packs of bacon and a bunch of eggs. And then we made delicious breakfast burritos and cleared those out. When a breakfast burrito is made right with good ingredients, that's hard to beat for breakfast, with a good salsa. Yeah. Of all people, the lead singer of The Offspring has this amazing salsa called Gringo Bandito, comes in 4 flavors. And I go through that so quickly. There's a green one and there's a habanero one. And if you read the ingredients, it's peppers and vinegar and salt and spices, all that. It's so good. Gringo Bandito, I highly recommend. It's delicious salsa. Hey. I don't know if it's regional to California. Hopefully it's national. It's really good stuff.
We can't just gloss over Offspring. What a great early 2000s, maybe late 90s, 99.
Oh, no. Their big album Smash, that hit in 94, dude.
What? No way.
You got to keep them separated. Oh, that's 94.
Oh, you got to keep them separated.
That's a Raider fan if I ever heard one, right?
I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure they're from Orange County. I could be wrong about that. But,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that song was that old. But pretty fly for a white guy. Give it to me, baby. What a great. And I heard all those dudes are really smart, engineers and shit or something in real life, or work for NASA. Or something like that, and just decided, to do the music thing. But yeah, man, take me back to the Offspring days.
No, those are my bands. Them and Nirvana when I was in high school. I loved both of those. And of course,
separated.
Of course, I do have to name drop Blink 182. Or if you went to Rancho Bernardo High School where they played the Battle of the Bands because they were a local band, it was just Blink. They were not Blink 182. So I did go to church with Tom DeLonge, the lead singer of Angels and Airwaves, and one of the guitarists of Blink. So that's a special place in my heart, Blink, because we could be in high school and go down to Soma. It's a club on Sports Arena Boulevard. And, you go watch Blink do a concert for 100 kids or whatever down there. So, yeah.
All that small things.
Yeah. Here it is, guys. I get no sponsorship from this. This is Gringo Bandito. If you can get it where you live, get it. It's delish. And this coming from a Mexican, by the way, or half Mexican. One of those halvesies. So, yeah.
I like Offspring.
Yeah, I think they're great.
Very unique sound. Not only the lead singer, but the band's sound too. Love it.
Fantastic. Okay, so the tournament moves on, and then we'll do more food talk, Shant. I gotta.
Yep.
Oh, but real quick. Okay, so this round's winner in a stunning upset, Hulk Hogan has defeated.
Yep.
I thought Barney was, and Japan Man lost too.
Damn it!
So,
but he had a better showing in this one.
We're gonna interview the winner.
one.
We're gonna interview the winner, Hulk Hogan, in a bit here. But Shant, we go live to Shant and Jetty, and he's gonna interview one of his good friends. These guys are simpatico. Japan Man, my friend Shant and Jetty wants to ask you about your loss tonight. So the floor is yours, Shant.
Yeah. Ohayou gozaimasu, Japan Man. I just wanted to ask you, how are you faring after that crippling loss and defeat?
Well, I don't answer any question until you can see my tattoo.
Understood.
Yeah. I'm okay. I do what I do every night. I go to Mikadonado and I sit down and I eat.
What's your go-to when it comes to Mikadonado, Japan Man? What is your go-to?
Number one, a Big Mac a meal.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's great.
Can I ask a question?
Please do.
You're not gonna believe this, Japan Man, but our friend Jericho Green, who's not here right now because you're here, he disagreed with me when I said that a McDonald's Big Mac is in fact better than the In-N-Out Double. What would you tell Jericho Green if he was right here, right in his stupid In-N-Out loving face? What would you tell him? How would you insult him?
I would tell him a fuck you. I take a Big Mac of sauce, I put it on my dick, and I fuck you.
It's not that serious, Japan Man. We're just disagreeing about hamburgers.
It isn't that serious for Japan Man.
Are you telling me you'd go all the way to defend the honor of a Big Mac? Like you would enter Mortal Kombat with Jericho over In-N-Out versus McDonald's?
Of course, I kill.
Oh my God, Japan Man! I didn't know this.
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh. Have you now? Listen, we're on the air, Japan Man. Just so you know, this is going out to millions of homes. So if you don't want to answer this, you don't have to. Have you? How do I say this? Have you ever defended the Big Mac's honor before and maybe done away with an In-N-Out lover? Has this ever happened before?
I have. I don't give a fuck. Sure. I eat one night. I eat a Mikadonado. I mind my own business. And then to the parking lot, there is a Burger King down the street.
Oh, no.
So they think it's funny to drive by and throw an egg at Mikadonado.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Is that, wait a minute.
I find them later and I care.
Is that why you have the McDonald's tattoo on your chest? Because you killed for McDonald's, not because you love it?
That's how I earn the golden arches on my chest.
Oh my God.
I take a driver. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. You should have thrown egg at Mikadonado. So I take a katana. You see the sword I hold in my right hand? I take a katana and I shove it right up his ass.
Oh my gosh.
It came out of his mouth.
Oh, terrible. Terrible, Japan Man.
Yeah.
Look at this, Japan Man. One of the fans, I don't know, he's saying, Secretary, not sure, Gabe and you, Japan Man, he's saying we are wrong about the Big Mac being better than the In-N-Out Double. What do you say to him?
I say the same thing. I
say
it to Jericho Green.
Oh, gosh.
To you.
Oh, no. Please don't treat the fans that way. Look at this. You're being attacked from all sides.
Sure, you know, Ruckus, Reddery, fuck are you there?
Look at this. McRib is like,
oh my God.
They're dishonoring McDonald's.
Like I say, fuck you.
Well, this is getting out of hand. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. We love you, but I feel like maybe you need to calm down and come back later. We're sorry the tournament didn't turn out the way you liked.
Here's calm it down there. They talking shit about Mika Donado. So, secretary, not a sure. I fucking you. I take a dick. I don't clean off of my dick, and I fuck you, Ruckus. I fuck you both. Shame a dick, huh? No queen.
Oh my gosh. Listen, everyone in the audience, I apologize. Mr. Japan, you gotta understand, Japan man, he called me before the show. He told me he was super excited to win tonight. He said he was gonna he was gonna get a double impact tattoo right under the McDonald tattoo after he won. He's very distraught. He's not really in his right, headspace. So let's just extend him some grace. And maybe you should get over to McDonald's tonight, Japan man, and have another Big Mac or two. So
yeah, fuck off.
Okay, great Japan man, everyone.
Well done.
Dude,
almost killed me.
Hot. He
was
hot.
Not happy. Well, they knew that. They knew what the fuck they were doing when they said that to him. They know how he feels. So
they really provoked him, So I don't even want to talk to Barney.
He took the bait. He took the damn bait, didn't he?
Yeah.
Watch out, guys. You better hope he's not good at tracking IP addresses or something, because
that's right.
Yeah.
He was hot.
Y'all need to see that Godzilla versus McDonald's Japanese commercial that just dropped recently. Oh, I saw a thing for it, but I didn't watch it. I saw like an ad for it or like a little snippet. So yeah.
If it doesn't have the Godzilla roar or whatever, I don't want it. I don't fucking. Just like those fucking Transformer movies that didn't have a transforming sound. Hold on. You're going to have a movie called The Transformers that has its signature sound, and you're not going to put it in the fucking movie. Okay. That makes sense. Thanks, Michael.
Agreed. Craziness, man.
That's half the damn reason people want to see that shit, because they want to hear that sound.
Yep.
You gave Optimus Prime the right voice, and they could have done better with. No, they did pretty good with Megatron, Starscream. They did good with all that, but how it couldn't have been like some licensing thing. You're doing the fucking movie. It's made, Hasbro or whatever is like one of the sponsors or producers or whatever. Like they're right there, Hasbro and whatever movie companies chipped in on it. So why wasn't that movie rotten with that sound?
Well, they ran it.
Exactly.
You would know.
I would know.
No.
My agent drove a hard bargain, and they wouldn't put me in the movie. The man you see in that movie is not Optimus Prime. That's why you don't have the womp 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 sound effect. Sorry, I'm a bit out of practice.
I don't. And then why didn't we have the more boxy original design of the robots? Why this, whatever that was in there, you can hardly tell it was a face, and it was, I don't know, why did they redesign the robots like that?
One of the studio heads thought that it would be a good idea to get the entire original cast, but he said they looked old now. So he sent us down to Mexico for discount plastic surgery. I refused. That's part of why they didn't cast me. Look what they did to Bumblebee's face. He can't even fucking talk anymore.
It was stupid, man. I was not happy with that at all. They completely changed the design of the Transformers. I wish they looked more like you, Optimus.
Well, now that I'm out of a job acting as a toy robot, I was wondering, do you need a fourth on Double Impact Triple Threat?
As a permanent spot, I don't think so, Optimus.
I really need this, guys.
That sounds so sad.
That was extremely sad.
That was rough.
Maybe check back in with us after the first of the year. New year, new things, new cast member,
I've been living at a truck stop.
But if you're a truck, is it a truck stop? Or it's just like where you live?
Stop.
I would like to live in a garage. I don't want to live in a truck stop.
Oh.
Do you have any idea what illegal activities go on in a truck stop?
Yeah, man, all those lounge lizards.
I just got my trailer back. Do you know what they've been doing in my trailer?
Should we run a black light over it?
Please
kind of
don't.
Gross.
I don't even need to be a fourth. Maybe I could answer emails and run errands for you. I just really need this, guys.
Yeah, I think we can. I mean, if you're that
So
desperate for a gig,
maybe
I
you
think
need
we
a
can-
ride somewhere. Do you have a bunch of shit you gotta haul? I got a trailer.
Yeah, but you have to clean the trailer out. I don't want cum on my belongings.
Oh, well, nobody wants that.
I just don't. But you just said your trailer was coated in it. So if I put my stuff in there, it's gonna get.
There's no
on my
security at this truck stop.
Maybe that's your gig. That's your gig, Optimus. You could be security, and you can keep an eye on your trailer, make sure nobody jizzes inside your trailer anymore.
I'm not a police officer or a citizen. I can't even make a citizen's arrest. What would I do?
You're a giant robot with a laser gun. You could do whatever the fuck you want.
I guess I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, you're Optimus Prime. Don't forget that. But job one is to get that damn trailer cleaned out.
Okay. Well, I wanted to go, but there's something I wanted to ask, and I'm a little afraid, but
Please.
do you have advice of how I could maybe get Sheila back?
How long has it been?
Remember, she was dating that electric, that fucking Tesla.
Well,
And it's been a good 6 months, so she's still under warranty.
All right, I would put it like this, Optimus. The best way to get over something old is to get on something new.
I see what you're saying. There's a Honda Cube that I've seen. She's kind of cute.
Yeah, maybe you can jizz in her trailer. You know what I mean?
Oh god.
I'm gonna fill her up with premium.
Yeah, do that.
Oh,
Do that, and that'll help you get your mind off of Sheila. She's obviously moved on. She's letting every Tom, Dick, and
But
Harry.
it's a fucking electric car.
You
No
can't possibly-
combustion.
You can't let that.
He doesn't even make a sound.
She moved on, man. No matter what, his silent whatever is all up in her trailer. So you got to get your own, man. Move
Well,
on.
I hope he doesn't run out of batteries in the middle of the mountains or anything.
He will. If the incline's too steep, he will. And then who will she be calling for? Optimus. This would happen to Optimus. He has a combustion engine. Well, too late, bitch. I got a Honda Cube. I moved on.
That's right. I'm too good for that bitch. You're right,
That's
Jerry.
right. Move on, man. Get
All
you
right.
and it doesn't just how like some really good college teams, the first game of the year is like, so and so Valley State, and they kick the shit out of them.
Right.
Keep your aim low. Get something quick, easy, just to get
Just
feet
put
wet
together
again.
a winning streak.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
So get a couple
bar on the
fucking
ground.
tomato cans lined up there, and then build yourself up again.
All right. You guys are sure you don't need a fourth?
you got this, dog.
No,
All
man,
right.
I think you have bigger things to concentrate on, and you
All
could,
right.
like I said, you could be security in that unruly truck stop.
That's right.
Okay. Well, thanks for the inspiration. I'm gonna roll out. Womp, womp, womp,
God
womp,
bless.
womp, womp, womp.
That's so fucking stupid that they didn't put the sound in the movie.
Dude, this is the thing, right? I'm convinced that was one of those things where the rights were tangled up in a complete and utter mess, because Hasbro's right here. So they're right here in Rhode Island. So I had some friends who were working there during the time, and basically that movie was paid for by the American auto industry. So that's why they didn't have the bug for, like whatever cars they wanted to pitch. And the problem with that was that the cars were the characters. That was it. So you can't change the car and make it, the same
Right.
character. They ran into so many problems, man, on that. It's crazy.
Well, then don't
Yeah,
fucking
terrifying.
make it, let alone
Don't make it.
5 of them.
Yep.
Hey, I know,
know.
Optimus, he got one of those like burner phones at the grocery store, so I don't have his number
Yeah.
anymore. But if either one of you have his number, Jericho or Sean, I know one of you has it still. Let him know. Like, people were encouraging him. I wish I would have seen these. They were
Yeah.
telling Optimus try a PT
PT
Cruiser. They have zero
That's what I'm saying,
standards.
man.
Fuck, I don't have his number. One of you has to send him that. And
Yeah,
then
we
when
do.
said,
We'll
"Get
speak to
yourself back in the game." See, I wish he was here. Like people believe in you.
Yeah, I know.
Optimus.
He can do it.
Oh,
Get him a
yeah.
little
Yeah.
gig. Go in there, walk or drive in the office. Hey, this place is fucking crazy. Got all these crimes. I got a big laser cannon. I'll
Right.
bring some law and order to this place. You pay me in, 10W40 or whatever he
Right.
takes.
Energon.
And then,
Remember, it was Energon they would drink.
Energon.
well, if he can't get his hands on it, 10W40 will do in a pinch. Line up some of these fucking tomato can PT Cruiser broads and get that confidence back, man. And then next thing you know, you got new tires, new trailers, no cum in it. And when you're driving around, she was like, "Ooh, who's that?" It's like, "Yeah, bitch, it's too late. Go back to that bitch ass Tesla and his fucking dead battery on the hill and go fuck yourself."
Right.
It'll work out. It'll work out.
I think he's going to turn it around. And by turn around, I mean he's going to make a U-turn.
That's right. I think he is.
Literally and figuratively, he needs to turn his bitch around. It's
Right.
Come
Right.
on, man. Come on.
I think of all the things I could have told him if I was here when he was here. Why did I step away? I would have said, you know what, Optimus, if I'm you, I'm throwing it in reverse and I'm not looking in that rear view mirror, New horizons. You leave Sheila behind. You leave her with that damn Tesla.
That's kind of what we told him.
Okay.
But I think he'll take heed and really. It sounded like he wanted to change.
Right.
It sounded like he was ready for a change. I think he's hit his rock bottom.
Captain Haruno is wrong about this, but it leads me to something that I was wondering. He says he thinks that he said, that said, I still think Optimus is Seagal in disguise trying to get on the show. Well, they both want to be on it. Listen, they're both down on their luck. Let's be kind. It's the holidays.
Yeah.
I do think we should hook Seagal and Optimus up together. Maybe Seagal can ride around in Optimus.
I thought you meant like to fuck each other. I don't think they want to do that.
No. I don't
know. You get enough bear claws.
Seagal,
You get enough a dozen bear claws, Seagal fucking he'll do anything.
Can you imagine if that trailer was filled? Oh my God. Oh my God, Jericho.
Did somebody say bear claw?
But remember, 10 seconds is the limit.
You knew that if you said bear claw again, I would come back. I knew you wanted me here.
I actually didn't.
You don't have to be so shy in the future, Jericho. You don't have to hide it.
I think I'm being pretty straightforward. I do not.
I said, if you said bear claw 3 times and you'd already said it twice, that was a sign for me to come back.
But I don't listen to you. And as soon as you go away, I forget everything that we talked about. So
I'll get out of here because Optimus, I just ran into Optimus in the hall and he said I could use his trailer to fill with my bear claws.
Ugh.
Yeah.
They're gonna have they're gonna taste a little bit different when you get them out of that trailer. But,
yeah, I know about that. We're gonna pressure wash it with bleach first.
Oh yeah, do that. Pressure wash it with fire too.
Yeah, that too. Yes, you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You
Well, okay. I got the jazz riff. It's not 10 seconds. I know it's 14.
But it has to be because that was
I cut it down to 13 and a half minutes.
But no, we agreed on 10 seconds.
Sean said he really wanted to hear it.
I didn't hear that.
I thought I did.
But Sean was also here when we made this verbal contract, and at no point did he say, well, maybe 13 and a half. He didn't say that.
Yeah. And we have legal representation for that too. We have legal representation.
Don't make me get my lawyer. All right. So
listen,
when that was said, Sean did not agree with that. So I think you're lying.
Okay. Well, so I'm lying. You're lying. Maybe everybody's lying. Listen, I gotta go.
You're lying.
Optimus, he's honking the horn at me. I gotta get out of here. We're gonna go on a bear claw run cross country. We're gonna sample bear claws from every state in the union.
God bless.
We're starting in New Mexico.
Make sure you stop at all the Black Bear diners because they would probably have the best.
Done and done.
Bear claws.
You know what kind of bear claws they have at Black Bear Diner? They have black bear claws.
Oh, I don't know if you can say that.
African American bear claws, fine.
Bear claws of color.
Yes.
Actually. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right. Have a happy New Year. Namaste.
Namaste, man.
Oh, you shouldn't have said bear claw, dude. You knew he was coming back.
I don't remember anything I say to him.
Oh, goodness.
But I do remember saying that, setting that 10-second limit. So
that's right.
There's that.
Oh my goodness. My goodness. BOCs, bear claws of color.
That's right. It's gotten out of hand now.
Oh.
Is bear claw one word or two? It might be BCOC. Is bear claw one word? I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't speak to that. I can't speak to it.
I guess
it.
there won't be a round 3 of the tournament because Hulk Hogan. Wait a minute. What were the rules of my tournament? I don't even remember. It was the first 4. And then we added
Gabe, it's your tournament, Gabe.
It's your tournament. I think Hulk Hogan won.
I think Hulk
Yeah, he won
Hogan
both
won.
rounds. Hulk
Yeah,
said
he
he
won both
man.
rounds. Yeah, okay. I did the tournament wrong. Yeah, so he won. We'll
He's
interview
riding
him.
around on that
We'll
red and
interview
yellow
him
Harley.
But
Down to PCH.
yeah. So real quick, I wanted to ask. I'll ask you first, Shantha, and then I'll ask you, Jericho. Since we got to do a little bit of what we advertise. It says movie review. We're doing 2023 year in review. What did you love about doing Double Impact this year, and what was your favorite movie that we did this year? Shantha.
Oh my God, man. I got to go back and try to remember all of the movies that we did this year, man. My favorite part of doing Double Impact this year in terms of year in review is I feel like we really got into a groove. That's the best way I can put it. I mean, I feel like, there were so many new characters and there were so many just fun new things that we were doing and changing things up, man. But I mean, geez, I have to look back at, I know what am I saying? It's going to be a tough call. I know this is a terrible thing to say, but it's got to be said. I think No Retreat, No Surrender.
Oh,
man.
That was my go-to.
Dude, that one, absolutely. I was crying, man.
Blew it, dude.
That was the best. No Retreat, No Surrender, man.
Right. I had to take that one down. I had to take it down. YouTube made it private because we showed, I guess, a little footage, And
come on now.
I took that Double Impact down. It sucks. I have it saved.
It's a victimless crime.
Right.
Yeah, we're giving you more fucking views on that movie than you had since you fucking made it.
Right.
Come on now.
But that was what did you love most about that?
Oh my God, man. Let's talk about just really deep diving into it. Let's talk about the criminal plan.
Yeah,
just
the mafia.
For starters.
What the
the freaking the villain, which was this large white gentleman who seemed to have it in for this black gentleman with no hint of any kind of creepy racism as they surround this kid in the parking lot. I was like, what is this movie? And then, of course, the ghost of Bruce Lee training him.
Mr.
Which,
Lee, yeah.
The unauthorized ghost of Bruce Lee, which was just incredible, man. Just incredible. That was some. What about the birthday rabbit? Hey, I couldn't think of what to get you, so here's a living animal.
A rabbit. Here's some responsibility.
Shit, man. I got you some homework.
Here's what we got on the Double Impact list. We have Home Alone, True Lies, Bulletproof Monk, holy shit, Ghostbusters, Psycho, Friday
that was something else.
Young Frankenstein, GoldenEye was terrible. Legacy of Rage is great. Showdown Little Tokyo is a classic.
Rapid Fire,
falling down, man. Rapid Fire was great.
Yeah,
Coming
in at 4.5 hours, falling down. What is that? Raiders 4.5.
Look at No Holds Barred, dude. 4.5 hours.
Right.
That movie was shit.
Yes, it
was.
Oh
man, I think one of my favorites was Laser Mission.
Mission was good.
That was just the geography. The geography of Laser Mission was crazy.
Right.
Is that all this year? Damn, man. Look at this.
Dude, that Denzel stretch was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think up to Jingle All the Way was our last one last year, I think. So
the Denzel stretch was epic.
Beautiful.
The Marine, come on, that has
Marine
to go.
Was classic.
It's not the worst movie we've done. I think that goes to Bulletproof Monk, but it was something else.
So the semi-hot wife is one of the best things to come out.
You said semi-hot
wife.
Yeah, I don't
that
know.
must have hurt her when she was reading the script. Like, am I semi-hot? Psycho, that was cool. That was, I think, definitely the oldest movie we've done. It was good to see a black and white.
Yeah, that was fantastic. I think mine was No Retreat, No Surrender, but I'm gonna have to go with, of course, where is it? No Holds Barred. No Holds Barred. I love that movie. That was fantastic. I don't know. I'm just such a big fan of Hulk Hogan. I think he's a
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know him. I've never met him. Hopefully I will. But I
have.
just like what he's always been about, at least in his message. I don't know the guy's personal life, whatever. Maybe there's things, who knows? Who cares? Because what
Who
he puts
cares?
out in
There always
public
is.
as the persona of the Hulkster, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and blah, blah, blah. I love it. I've loved it since.
Listen to your parents. What's the last celebrity to say, listen to your parents, say your prayers, and eat your vitamins?
Right.
Yep.
Jennifer Norwood, don't you dare bring
Right.
that shit. That's the fucking that's a war crime. There should be a tribunal that tries and convicts people who cut their fucking pizza with scissors, and then you cut the end of the pizza, the tiny part, the pointy part. That's what you cut off. You couldn't handle the first bite of pizza.
There's a reason I eat my pizza that way.
Please tell me.
Cause I like to say it's just a tip.
I don't like that at all.
None the
That was
Miser here
fucking
with a
psychopath.
haymaker. He says we spent more time on Noel's bars than the writers.
Yeah, and that's no bullshit. What's that smell?
Right. Yeah, I loved it. I loved the whole part.
I just
Jericho,
love the
Jericho
murder
Green.
in front of the crowd.
Yeah, they
And everybody
killed
was
the
cool
TV
with it.
He killed the TV executive by electrocution, by the way. It would be horrible to see anyone get killed. But to see someone get fried to death and smell the burning
Yeah, but
hair,
that dude was an asshole. I
screaming
want
in
that
agony.
jock ass in here
Jock ass.
tomorrow. Jock ass.
Jackass.
That
God
was the
bless.
greatest limousine scene ever.
What, when he was kicking inside the limousine and you could see footprints on the outside
Do
of
you
it?
know how hard you have to kick a car door to put in? Is that an indentation? Because it was like
I
kicking
don't know
out.
what was happening.
And then he's kicking so hard. He's kicking so hard that the limousine is fucking careening. He's booting the inside of this limo so hard that it can't keep control. And then once they pull into a warehouse, there must be somewhere where it's just warehouses. Because I don't know where they get these warehouses from. Maybe it's near the docks. But they pull into a warehouse, the same warehouse we've seen in every fucking movie. There must be the warehouse. And just think of the physics. How much force it would take for you to bust through the roof of a 1980s Cadillac limousine.
That was
Not this balsa wood shit we got today. He splintered. How do you splinter metal? I'm not sure. But he splintered the fucking roof of this limousine when he burst out of it.
I love it.
my
And
God.
we were tracking that movie down. That and True Lies were like the white whale. We could not find these movies forever.
Yeah, those are hard to get.
And then I finally just went on Amazon and bought No Holds Barred and mailed both your DVDs so we could watch
You
the
did.
movie.
For a
You went
grand
the
total of
extra mile, man.
I went the extra $9 to get it done. So,
Dude,
paid
it's
a
the
10 and
little
got change
things.
back.
I
Fuck.
can just see the Hulkster down there in Clearwater, Florida. He opens his mailbox. He's got a royalty check for 2 cents. He sold 2 DVDs.
Fucking hey, man. 3 cents. He sold 3 DVDs.
Oh, that's true. One
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
right.
Okay,
Wow,
Jericho,
that
what was
movie
your
was something
movie?
else.
What was your movie of the year? What was your favorite one we did?
Oh man. I don't know if I can choose one. I think I have to choose one of the runs that we went on.
Okay.
And I think it's a toss up between the Denzel run and the Clint Eastwood run.
Ah.
Because those were, come on. Dirty Harry, Pale Rider, and fucking Gran Torino and Unforgiven.
Some good movies.
Dude, come on. And then Denzel was Man on Fire, Book of Eli, and Crimson Tide.
Yep.
You all right?
Dude,
All
those
right,
were, I mean, I'm looking at this list, man. This is going to be a tough list to top.
I guess
this one
I'll
here.
go with Clint Eastwood just because he has 4 and Denzel only has 3.
When's the Jason Statham run? It's coming up soon, love.
Next time, I'll deflate all your balls.
I'll think about it.
I'll think about it on
Why does
Tuesday.
the TH turns into an F?
I'll
I'll
think
think about it.
Yeah.
On Tuesday. Oh man, Simply Green. Holy hell, that movie was a dog shit. Virtuosity, a young fucking Russell Crowe. Oh my goodness, that movie was.
You know what we
bad.
got to do? We got to do Russell Crowe classic, and it's a shame it didn't do as well as it could have. 'Cause it's an amazing movie, and there's 22 novels based on by the same writer of the same character. Master and Commander: The Far Side of the World.
Oh yeah, shit, that's like a classic in our house.
Good movie. Such
that's
a good
classic in our house.
Ooh,
I have to be honest, guys.
Tell me.
I'm not excited about a Russell Crowe movie. I'm
Really?
not a big fan of Russell Crowe. Gladiator, but
we'll get into him. Beast Mad Max for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, we got to do Mel, man. Yeah.
Bullet Tooth Tony. I don't know who that is, but it's funny.
Tuesday, not like chew your food, but like Tuesday.
You guys made all the movies. Oh, thank you, Secretary. Not sure.
Yeah,
thank you very much. We need to cover the old McDonald's movies in honor of Japan, man. Yes, these are real movies. They sold at McDonald's. What?
Wow. Dude, McDonald's should be the shit, man. We had Ronald and the gang.
Yeah,
Grimace, Playland,
Grimace and Birdie and the Fry Guys. The Hamburglar. Please come on.
Remember they had every McDonald's had a Playland where the kids could play and shit.
We're gonna put together some runs this year, and we Arnold Vember got crunched by deadline crunch for me. Shant got sick, holidays, so we're gonna do some more Arnold. I think in January. I think we gotta give it its proper respect. But I want to do a Snipes run because we've never done a Snipes run, and the dude is a star. He's a star. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
Yep.
So so we'll get into it. Diesel, you must have not been here. We did Karate Kid. We did it years ago.
Karate Kid is the shit, man.
Yeah. But I think it's a pre-Jericho, and Shant and I have created a rule of our own since the before time when there was no Jericho. We're willing to go back and do any of those and add some improv comedy to them.
Don't redo Karate Kid on my account.
You don't like Karate Kid?
Not a big fan of Karate Kid.
Oh,
seen it.
Damn.
Respect it.
It's all coming out now.
But
you see how it is.
Big fan of Karate Kid.
I see how it is.
Yeah, we did Blade. Yeah, we did Blade. We actually redid Blade because Blade's a movie that on another channel with my really good friend Michael King from Oklahoma. We did a video where it was just me and him talking about Blade and went 3.5 hours.
Oof.
Just the two of us talking about because we could talk about that movie forever. It's fucking brilliant, man. Blade is the shit.
Ooh, speaking of remakes and stuff, how unexcited, that's a word, right? Unexcited. How unexcited are you or were you when you saw the new Beverly Hills Cop trailer?
I don't want it. Take it back. I don't want it. I don't
want
to
tell you this.
I don't want them to woke it. Please don't. And you know they're going to.
I'll tell you how I feel about it. I'm of two minds. Okay. One, I don't know if I need to see the movie or the show or whatever the hell it is. But
movie.
To see the three guys, Taggart, Rosewood, and Foley in the car for the first time since the second movie.
87.
Taggart wasn't in the third. 87, man.
Mm-hmm.
First time totally got me, man. That's what they didn't do with the new Star Wars movies. They didn't give us Han, Luke, and Leia on screen. The biggest fuck up in cinema history. The last time it could have been done. So yeah, I will say this. If all they did was get the three of them together for a photo of that, it would have put a big smile on my face. So that's my take on it. I don't know if I want to see it though.
I don't want to see it. And I didn't like that they had Foley, Taggart, and Rosewood together. I felt like they're too fucking old. Like Axel Foley is 50 something, or what's Eddie Murphy in real life? Like
he's got to be. You don't want to know. He's got to be like close to 70, right? He's a baby boomer.
You don't want to know how old he is. Dude, I'm telling you,
he's like 60 something, like not 70, but 60
they're
something.
Too old to be running around town and hanging off the side of trucks and explosions.
He's 62, dude.
62. Okay, I was a little old for him, but
just fucking erase Beverly Hills Cop 3 from our memories. Fucking Men in Black, that fucking red light in front of my eyeballs. Wipe that shit from my memory and leave Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2 alone. Don't fuck with it. You can't improve on perfection. It's like,
I don't
fellas,
think
You remember when he's at the expensive hotel and he starts saying they don't want to help him because he's a black man, right?
the Beverly Palm Hotel. Yes, I
But
do.
it's
room
played.
suite 1035. Yeah,
It's played for laughs.
yeah,
Can you imagine the new what he'll
no,
say about racism in the new one?
no,
Because
I
he'll
don't
say
want
it
to.
now, and it won't be for a joke. It'll be like I'm fucking serious.
Exactly.
You know.
I don't want to fuck. I don't want that. Fellas, it's like if you've ever had a beard and you're trying to chase that line and you lower this side. Oh, fuck, this side's too high.
You got to keep evening it
Next
out.
thing you know, you got a fucking chin strap beard.
like that
Don't
time that Jericho
fuck
was like,
with
I
it.
got to lower this side, and then he ended up with just this what I thought was a Charlie Chaplin, but other people thought was a Denzel. And I think you all know what I mean when I say it wasn't a Denzel. I'm sorry, it was a Jordan. Even worse.
Yeah, dude, he got away with that.
It wasn't old school Denzel. It was new school Jordan.
He got away with that on an ad campaign for fucking Fruit of the Loom for years, right here in America. I love
Every
it.
time I
Don't
try
fucking
to make a joke, I forget he actually did it. That Jordan actually did it.
don't fucking tell me you can't be anything you want in America. Because if you get famous enough, you can have a fucking Hitler mustache and be on a national ad campaign for a
Oh my
major
God,
American company. Don't fucking tell me nothing.
Guys,
This is the land of you know where that's Charlie Chaplin or Adolf Hitler. Which one?
guys, this is not Photoshop. He was on a national ad campaign.
That's when he's sitting on the airplane. I remember the commercial.
And they never mention the mustache. He's just small talk about I'm Michael Jordan. This is a T-shirt. You want to buy it? Whatever. It's a totally normal commercial. And you're like looking at the TV like, does he have a? Oh my God, he does.
Don't tell me nothing. Don't tell me America is not the land of opportunity. Don't tell me you can't be anything.
You cannot convince me that he doesn't know what this mustache is. Like he doesn't. He's never seen a history book in his life.
He's just like, fuck it. I'm Michael Jordan. My shoes are so famous that I can wear an Adolf Hitler facial hairstyle in front of the country, in front of hundreds of millions of people, and they're going to love me for it. They're going to buy more.
He's not
you know
bringing
what?
sexy back.
You know
He's
what?
bringing something else back.
But here's the thing: when he did this, and it was on TV in the late '90s or whatever, nothing did happen. There was no outcry.
Nothing.
It's weird.
Nobody said anything. It was great. It was just Michael Jordan. Fuck, what are you going to do? But man,
Somewhere in the afterlife, Hitler was like, I'm just saying the guy can play.
But have you seen him?
It's hot in
got
the room
30.
here.
Oh, can you turn it down? It is hot. He scored 30 points a game.
Satan, can you turn it down? Yes, it's
Not
look
like-
at him.
not like
It's
LeBron.
big right there.
These kids nowadays, they're saying LeBron's a good. LeBron is lost in the finals. Jordan's undefeated in the finals.
4 and Michael Jordan.
He tried it twice.
I've said this before, guys, and this is my end all to the LeBron Jordan argument. What number did LeBron James wear when he came in the league? What number did he wear in high school?
Right.
23. That wasn't a coincidence. That wasn't, hey, James, you got number 23. He chose 23 because he's the best player on the team, and Michael Jordan is the best fucking basketball player ever. That's why.
No. There's not a serious, people can have it, and I'll say it right now. There is not a serious Michael Jordan, LeBron James conversation, because everything LeBron has done in his career in terms of celebrity, in terms of scale, is smaller than what Jordan did during his era.
Yep.
And most of the things he's done have just been him imitating or following the career that goes all the way to Space Jam. There was nobody like Michael Jordan, and you will not ever see him again. And remember, he's following Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's following all of these amazing stars when he came on the scene. Since Michael Jordan, the closest people have had is they're going, well, you know, you've got Kobe, you've got LeBron, you've got all these people, but all these people look up to Michael Jordan. He's the greatest basketball player probably of all time.
Of all time.
That's it.
If Jordan,
no one will be more iconic.
If he went back to the 50s and played basketball, they would have killed him. That's how good he was. What? What's that, boy? And they would have shot him outside of the fucking gymnasium. But there's only two names you yell out when you shoot a paper ball into the trash can: Jordan or Kobe. That's it. LeBron, yes, he's a great basketball player. He's a physical specimen, but he is not Michael Jordan.
Never. Never.
Yep.
You know what? You'll never have to worry about anyone having a swastika mustache. Pastamania, brother.
Welcome in tonight's champion, 2023 king of Double Impact guests, the great Hulkster himself. How you doing?
I'm doing great, brother. I thought, earlier today, I'm riding down the PCH, brother, somehow, and I'm in Florida, brother, but don't worry about that, brother. I'm on the back of that red and yellow Harley, brother. The wind's blowing through what hair I got left, brother. And I knew today was going to be special, brother.
Well, listen, I have some very bad news for you. Do you remember when Steve Harvey announced that winner of the Miss Universe, and then he had to take the crown off, and
sorry,
and he had to give it to the other lady?
Sorry.
I think we're in a similar situation, friend.
How's that, brother? I saw the results, brother.
Oh, I saw them too, and it wasn't like Biden in the middle of the night. We left someone out, and we left out.
Oh,
Arnie.
no.
Oh,
So
man.
I don't know if you're going to be able to hold on, but I did pull a Steve Harvey. We'll see. You're watching live. How are you feeling watching this live? I mean, you're winning. Oh, there, it's moving. It's moving.
I don't give a shit, brother. I know I'm the winner, brother. I know I got Pastamania under my belt, brother. I know I'm the one and only sponsor of this show, brother.
That is true.
Mhm.
That is true.
He can kiss my ass, brother.
Now, has Bidenomics kind of has it hurt business, the inflation and all that? Has it hurt? Or are you still able to move that rigatoni?
It's kicked us all in the nuts, brother. But I keep my prices down, brother, like I slammed Andre the Giant down on that mat, brother. Pontiac Silverdome in front of 93 screaming Hulkamaniacs, brother.
Oh my goodness! What year was that in the 80s? Which WrestleMania was that? I don't remember.
I think it was number 3, brother.
Oh my gosh, you were there from the beginning, a real OG.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness! So, how were the holidays at Pastamania?
They were wonderful, brother. Of course, everybody's gift had pasta on it, brother. I took a pair of house shoes, brother, for my son, and I glued that elbow macaroni on the outside, brother. Everything my house is pasta-based, brother. I had to move that 1 million pounds of sweet semolina, brother, somehow, brother.
So, like, do you know our friend St. Bernard Sanders?
He's my lawyer, brother. He's
I
my
forgot.
legal counsel. I have legal
forgot.
woes out there, brother. I call him. I say, and he comes a running, brother, to that
Right.
courtroom to defend me, brother. Yeah, I got to let him sniff a little ass, brother, but that's
Right.
cheaper than hundreds of thousands of dollars, brother.
Well, yeah, I was going to tell you, he does everything doggy style because he's a dog. Do you do everything pasta style?
I do, brother. Right now, I cleaned up for my acceptance speech, brother. I got flour on my face, brother. I got flour on the front of me too, brother. And let me tell you something about that St. Bernard Sanders, brother. I've seen him go doggy style, brother. It's crazy. His pumping is out of this world, brother.
Now, is he allowed to eat as a dog American? Is he allowed to eat in the restaurant?
I bend the rules for St. Bernard Sanders, brother. He eats out front. I put a bowl down on the floor, brother, by the table, and he eats it up, brother.
Oh, my goodness. What's his favorite dish? What's his go-to?
He's more of a meatball kind of guy, brother. He loves the veal parmesan too, brother.
All right. Well, let me ask you about the tournament. Now, it was stiff competition. There were some real favorites in there. Japan Man, Big Baby got upset. I think there was some shenanigans with the voting. I'm not sure. Barney, it's been a bit of a problem. Have you guys been able to reconcile after he broke all the window and then the foyer of your restaurant? Have you been able to figure that out with him, or are you guys still not talking?
I forgave that big purple son of a bitch, brother. I knew he's on that sauce, brother. Once he gets to drinking and snorting, brother, there's going to be a problem somewhere. So I forgave him, brother. But I told him, you come in here one more time, brother, you and your whores, brother, with your cocaine and your alcohol, brother, and you pulling your dick out on the dining floor, brother. I say you do that one more time, you're going to get the Hulk Hogan leg drop, brother.
Right. Oh, my goodness. Now, for any little Hulkamaniacs and Pastamaniacs out there that they want to win the Double Impact tournament someday, what advice would you give them to follow?
I would say be yourself, brother. Be relentless, brother. Don't ever change for anybody, and make sure you get a red and yellow Harley, brother. You sit on the back of that thing and you ride up the PCH, brother. And it also helps if you're the only sponsor of the people running the poll, brother.
That does
That's
have
right.
some influence. There may have been a little finger on the scale, perhaps.
That's right.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Well,
I fingered a scaler to myself, brother. There's this
Ah.
one girl back in the day, brother, and I said, "You think I can get it in there up to the second knuckle, brother?" He said, "I don't think you can do it, Hulk Hogan. I think your fingers are too big, brother." I said, "Let me show you something, girlfriend. You see that second knuckle, brother? I got it in there." And after I got it in there, brother, she's on the back of that red and yellow Harley going to a
Oh.
cheap by-the-hour motel, brother.
Now I got a question. You call your girlfriend brother?
I call everybody brother.
Oh.
Okay,
When
well,
I
that
got
makes
married, they said, "Do you take this brother to be your lawfully wedded brother?" I said, "Yeah, brother.
so you wrote your own vows.
I write everything, brother."
Do you finger, for lack of a better term, each manicotti that you stuff with ricotta? You're fingering those in the kitchen?
Oh, I do, brother. I put one finger in the end, brother, the other in the I go like that, brother.
I did not
Oh
want
my God.
I'll make sure not to order the manicotti. Oh,
Yeah,
goodness.
don't order it fresh, brother.
Okay. And you're doing the cannolis the same way?
Oh yeah, brother. Yeah, part of it's sweet cream, brother, but never mind, brother.
Oh gosh. Well, you are amazing. You are a champion, and I thought you were gonna win. I thought Arnie would put up a fight, and then I forgot to put him in the tournament. We were having too much fun, but look at this. You thought you won, and then Arnie, just like Freddie or Jason, rose from the dead, and you still just smacked him down. Where do you find your resolve? Where do you find that kind of strength and power?
You know, I got that power, brother, because I'm American, brother. The red, white, and blue, brother. That star-spangled banner, that 1776, brother. You see, Arnold, he's from Austria, brother, with his lederhosen and the socks he wears up to his thighs, brother. And he goes on that mountain and yodels and shit, brother. We don't yodel in Florida, brother.
Oh, right.
I make pasta and I ride on the back of that red and yellow Harley with that American flag waving behind me, brother. Fuck Austria, brother.
That's right. Well, you got anything for him, Sean? Or are we gonna just wish the
I'm gonna
champ
say
well?
stop the vote and the poll quick.
All right, Hulk Hogan. We
They're
thank
trying
you
to keep
so
it
much
coming.
for being the official sponsor. You are the 2023 Double Impact Champion of the Year. Thank you so much
There we go.
for your mentorship, for your friendship, for your sponsorship, and all other ships that you contribute to this show.
Yeah, no problem, brothers. And make sure you come down to Pasta Mania. You're in the Tampa Bay area, brother. You're in Clearwater area, brother. You come on down. Let them know you saw it on Double Impact, brother. And I'll come out there and give you a bear hug, brother, from behind.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go on one last thing. Now, we have a gentleman, using the term loosely. He's a fan of the show. His name is Diesel. He's a Raider fan. And he keeps telling me they're opening a Pasta Mania at Raider Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada for the Super Bowl, which is in a month and a half or so. Is this true or is this false?
You know what, brother? Since I'm in a good mood because I won, brother. I won best character here on Double Impact Triple Threat, brother. I'm gonna say this one more time, brother, but I don't want to say it again. If I have to address this one more time, brother, I'm fucking somebody up, brother.
Boy.
I would never in my life have anything to do with the Raiders, brother. They're a bunch of damn hooligans, and I'm an upstanding businessman, brother. I would never.
You sure about that?
That's that Photoshop, brother. With the right tools, you can make anybody look like they're doing anything, brother. That's bullshit, brother.
All right. I was just teasing you, Hulk, so don't get upset. I was just teasing. You're a good sport. I hope you had a great Christmas and a happy New Year. And I hope in 2024 that you are able to finally sell through on all that rigatoni that Ted DiBiase swindled you into buying from him.
I'm down to 50 pounds of it, brother. I can see the horizon from here, brother. I can see the sun shining over the mountains when I'm almost done with this rigatoni, brother. But I say in 2024, brother, let's all get rich and laid, brother.
That sounds good to me. That sounds good
fantastic.
To me. All right, Hulk Hogan, everyone. He's your champion. We'll talk to you later, Hulkster. Bye-bye. There he goes.
We love him.
The man, the myth,
You
the
don't like
legend.
the Raiders, though. I'll tell you that.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't. He didn't like my little Photoshop joke there. He,
I don't think he did. No.
You know, before you head down to Clearwater, let a little time pass. You know, let him get over that.
Yeah,
because I don't want him leg dropping you. Then he leg drops you on the sidewalk. Big baby grows to 95 feet. Now there's property damage.
Right.
So you got to think about that shit.
Pastamania stomped on smithereens. Now, one thing that I didn't want to upset him because it's his night. He was riding high, but Steven texted me, Seagal, him and Optimus. They're not headed to Clearwater, and that trailer ain't full of bear claws. That trailer is filled with 1 million more pounds of rigatoni, and Ted DiBiase hid in the contract that it was actually 2.5 million pounds that the Hulkster has to sell. So there's some bad news coming for the Hulkster in just a few days.
You know what?
Steven Seagal is going to be backing that Optimus Prime trailer up to the back of Passamania, and they're going to just unload. He has to accept delivery. It's in the contract.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah. You know what? I think what you guys, well, not you guys, because you haven't said anything, Sean, but Gabe.
That's true.
What I think you missed is in the beginning of Hulk Hogan's acceptance speech, rant, whatever you want to call that. He told you
like a spoken manifesto.
He told you who his legal counsel was.
Oh,
with that,
St. Bernard Sanders versus Ted DiBiase. Wow.
For Ted DiBiase's lawyers.
Right.
You know?
Right.
If there's a way to get out of it, he will. So if I was Hulk Hogan, I wouldn't quite accept that 1 million pounds of rigatoni quite yet.
Yeah.
Well,
that's good. If once Bernie Sanders gets cooking, Ted DiBiase might be taking that 1 million pounds back in that cum soaked trailer.
Poor Optimus. Well, that was wild. I hope you guys all enjoyed. See, all the buddies showed up.
That's right.
But we'll just we'll end this thing on a little sentimental note for everyone here. Jericho, Sean, and this is from the heart. I'm not kidding. I am eating when I eat a shortbread cookie, it means I'm being sentimental with you guys.
Understood.
At least right now it does. I want you to tell the audience what they mean to you. Sean, you can go first if you want, but tell the audience what the show and what they mean to you. And if you go too long, we'll play you off with that Oscar music when people go too long. How rude.
See a flashing red light in the corner.
Yeah. Just tell them what this means to you, because this is so much fun for me. This is just a privilege to me. So go for it, man. Floor's yours.
I'll go first. I'll let you guys be the anchor on this one. But what I will say is this: is that this is my fucking cheers, man. This is the place that I like to go to where I can hang out with guys once a week, and we just crack up. All of you guys in the chat, we have a blast, and it really is one of the bright spots of the week, without a doubt. I just look forward to it every single week because there's so much ridiculous shit that goes on constantly. You talk about it on Twitter, but I would say on the news, every single place you go, and we try to pull you guys back in time to this wonderful time of these movies coming out and all of the kind of fun that we have. And here, it's like all that other bullshit doesn't invade. And so I fucking love it. And thank you guys for being here. You guys make it great.
Awesome. Mr. Jericho?
You guys don't mean shit to me. Just kidding.
No, Jericho says, you don't mean shit to me, but buy a t-shirt.
You don't mean shit to me after you buy merch. This is great, man. The audience here, this is like this is the kind of shit I used to get in trouble for, in school. Characters and just improving and just having a good time, talking shit. This is great because, life, not only on social media platforms, but life in general, is pretty serious. Bills, kids, obligations, responsibilities. So a few hours a week or up to 4.5 hours a week, we come in here
10
and
days.
talk about things we enjoy. You know, on my channel, you know, I don't necessarily talk about things I enjoy. I enjoy talking about them, but they're not things that I enjoy.
Right.
But talking about these movies, you know, and breaking them down scene by scene, the memories that they conjure up, the you know where I was watching the trailers, you know, seeing it in the movie theater, waiting for, I would say in some cases even better, waiting for it to come on video and the whole Blockbuster on a Friday, Saturday night experience.
Yep.
All those things, man. This is nostalgia. That's what this is. Everybody loves nostalgia. We're no different. Despite our hard outer shells, we are human. We have hearts. And, you know, the shit's great and I enjoy it. And I hope we can do it, you know, forever.
Absolutely, man. Awesome. Well said, both you guys. To the audience first, I love you guys. I think this is so much fun, and we can't do this without you. And like Jericho and Sean both said, there's so much negativity out there, and it's so much fun to come here and just talk about stuff that is positive and fun and things we like. And why just be online and social media fighting and fighting and fighting? Let's just talk about what's awesome, you know, instead of pouring gas on the fire and like, we hate this, and we get into it sometimes. It's easy to get sucked in that. It's so much more fun to say, you know what, this is awesome, instead of I hate this is awesome, and it's fun. And to make you guys laugh is a true joy. We're all performers, Jericho, Sean, and I, of course, as artists, as comedy performers, all of it. We love it, and there's nothing like the great audience giving you that real-time feedback. So thank you guys all so much. And we're going to 2024. I have huge plans personally, Big Man Comics, all that, and to just keep rolling with Double Impact, keep growing it and make it better and better and more fun. And then to the guys, the fellas, Shant and Jetty, you were my first. This show wouldn't exist if you didn't reach out to me and say, who's this dude with the Van Damme background behind him? And we just started talking. I invited you on my show. I'm like, oh, this guy's not an idiot, because you talk to so many people and it's like got room temperature IQ. And it's like, oh, this guy's smart. He's funny. He's talented. Let's do it. And we wouldn't have the show if it wasn't for you, buddy. You know, you're an OG here. And then getting to know you, Jericho. You're an awesome dude, awesome family man, just like Sean. That's something that's very important to me with my friends, that they're family men, good men of God, and good fathers, good husbands. And you asked if you could join the show, and I didn't know what to tell you. And I contacted Sean. I said, do you think we should have this guy on? Like, I don't know. I kind of know him. He seems nice, and he's pretty funny. And do you think it'll fuck up what we're doing? And you only improved it 1,000,000-fold. So
yep.
I almost screwed up an opportunity of a lifetime.
No, we should say that you would have come to me and asked me about in a few other instances, and I was like, no. But I knew Jericho and I knew his work. When he said, yeah, this guy Jericho, I was like, fuck yeah, Jericho.
You were already a member of his channel. And I
already knew about his. I was already subscribed, man.
Right. I had heard of Jericho, but I'd never watched. My brother told me about some guy in his truck making funny videos about Joe Biden or something. And I was like, oh, sounds cool. And then we talked on the phone that one time, Jericho, and like, oh, okay, this guy's cool.
Yeah.
But I don't, as Sean knows, I don't let a lot of people in. You know, my circle's pretty small. So, but the things we've done, guys, and the things we're doing behind the scenes,
hell yeah,
it's been amazing. I couldn't do it. So I love you both. You are my brothers, and I appreciate you sincerely. And like tonight when I broke on the St. Bernard or doggy style thing, I live for those moments, like when we improv that shit. I live for that when we're like crying, laughing. Sean disappears off the screen. I'm not even kidding.
Dies repeatedly.
I started to get a cramp in my side muscle here when I was holding those in on the St. Bernard. So I got that laughing cramp, and that's a joy to get that. So love the two of you so much. Great friends. And we'll just keep going. Are we good for next week, or is there holiday stuff for you guys? Or
let's do it.
Let's finish off the Arnold Vember that never really was. You know, we only did 2, but what is there? We were gonna do Running Man, but like it kind of sucks. Do you think we can make fun of it enough? I don't know.
I think so.
Okay.
You might find the strength.
Okay.
Yeah, that movie's fucking terrible.
6 p.m. right here. Be there. Be square. Yaphet Kotto stars in Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right on.
All right, guys.
Yaphet. He'll save it.
Thank you. And 2023 was awesome. I hope you all had a great Christmas and have a great New Year. Be safe, and we'll talk to you later. Oh, and it's holiday season. Anyone out there, you're struggling, you're lonely, my DMs are open, so you can hit me up. I'll talk to you at least or something. We'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Peace.
And